How y'all doing? What's going on? It's a sad day in the neighborhood, let me tell you. You see this man right here on the screen? Yeah, he did it. He's 22 years old, a black man, a black cane, and took out that girl. You see, she's a child. You see her right there. And it is so sad. We keep on hearing these stories and hearing these stories. But why nobody speaking about this? Why ain't the celebrities outraged? They keep talking about the kids, the kids, the kids. What kids? Because we see these black girls getting taken out every day. And another thing, it was a girl, she was a part of the Dancing Dolls. You know, she was underage too. She's a minor. And she got taken out in Krogers by some niggas. Yes, she did. So I want to talk to you guys about this story. I got the phone lines up for you guys to call in and let us know what is going on in this black community. Why is it so many little girls, black girls, are getting taken out pow, pow, by the pow, pow by black men and nobody cares? Really, nobody cares. Ain't no outrage. They can talk about dating 24/7. Damn. Every day they talk dating this and what we don't want this and what we don't want that. But they're not talking about the urgency of putting the guns down. They're not talking about how these relationships are horrible. They're not talking about how women are losing their life out of these marriages and these relationships. But they want your ass to rush into the dating scene to date. For what? So I can, come on, get 6 feet under? Come on now. Now, this is what they're saying about this man on the screen right here. He was in a relationship with the little girl's mom, right? They was in a relationship. Now, the mom didn't want nothing to do with him. I don't know if he cray. Clearly, he crazy. And he was not having it. Nah. Now, you hear on the dating site, they always talking about some men are logical. They not emotional. Hell, who you fooling, nigga? Who you fooling? This nigga was so emotional. Do you know he storms over there all up in a rage? He talking about, this my goddamn TV. I bought this TV. He slamming a TV down off the wall, girl. She scared. Mind you, she got 3 kids. She got 2 other little ones, and this is her oldest daughter. I believe she's 9 years old. She was in a room, girl, listening to how he talking to her mom, right? Do you know, this Negro take the pow, go into the daughter room, pop her twice in the head and in the chest, then come back and pop her mom. Now, the mom is survived, but the daughter, unfortunately, she's gone. Rest in peace. And guess what? You ain't going to believe this. Out of all the counts they got on this Negro, do you know they let his ass out on bail? Do you know he has no remorse talking about he ain't did it? He innocent? Okay? What is going on with these laws? And come on, y'all, you know what? Y'all wanted to free these niggas so much. Free the niggas. Now they are doing crime after crime and they getting out on bail. They getting free and they gonna do it again. You know, I don't know. Y'all need to call in on this because this is so, I don't know what to make of this, but we do have some news coverage. And this girl right here, she's a part of the Dancing Dolls. Now, it's a reality TV show that partakes young girls dancing and, you know, I don't know. They just be dancing, child. Anyway, she was at the Krogers in Atlanta. Yes, she was. You know, getting some groceries. Hell, shit, I need to go there this week. Anyway, some people got into it, an argument, right? At Krogers. Come on, at the grocery store. Next thing you know, they start pound, and they end up hitting her, taking her out of here, you know? And that's the thing. It's so many guns out here, and y'all don't want the guns to be taken out. It's like y'all giving them away. Come on, pow each other. You know what? Y'all could talk about the Illuminati on everything else. What about the Illuminati on these mother-sucking kids, these black girls out here that's getting taken out? I think it's quite evil. Hell, I think it's an evil spirit looming in that realm, but people don't call that out. They don't talk about that. They want to talk about everything else. Where Boosie ass out here? Why he ain't talking about the kids? What about the kids? Because these kids are steady being taken out by these thugs out here. You know? But clearly it's only a certain type of kids he's referring to. Anyway, let's go to the news coverage. Feel free to call in. I know y'all can't see that goddamn phone line. Okay, the phone line 515-605-9737. Feel free to call in. And I'm going to play this little thing right here, Fox News. Check this out. And you know I got to stop and go.
And we begin with the Fox 26 exclusive. We're learning that a man who's wanted for allegedly shooting his ex-girlfriend and killing...
Didn't I tell y'all? He popped her. He popped the girlfriend. You know, you just heard. He did hit the girlfriend. He wanted to take her out of here. All because she didn't want his dusty ass. All because she didn't want him no more. Oh, my goodness. Okay? And I know y'all gonna say this. You know, I know the mammies out there. They gonna say, well... You know, y'all got to be careful who y'all dealing with. Y'all can't just be dealing with every other nigga. These niggas lying out here. Yeah, they tricking. They talking about they do this and they not crazy and this and that. And they play a good game. But they is crazy. They bipolar. Do you know what a bipolar is? Meaning that they have one personality and then they have a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5. Goddamn. 10 people and one nigga. Okay, that's just too much. Okay? He'll take your ass out of here and then tell me, no, that wasn't me. That was Michael. I ain't had nothing to do with it. And he really think he didn't do anything. You know, but he'll turn to Peter or Paul. He'll transform on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, people have bipolar. And I don't know if it's real bipolar or just some personality that they just throw in there. But I don't know. I can't diagnose nobody. But I just tell you, it's sad. Please, I'm going to look in the comment section because I sure ain't been looking. What y'all saying? Who are the guardians of these kid shooters? They need to be held accountable. Who are the guardians? Oh, hold on, Brittany. Are you blaming the parents? Are you blaming the parents? Who are the guardians of the kid shooters? What? Okay, Brittany, you gotta break that shit down. You know what I'm saying? You should be asking, who are the parents of these men out here that's popping? Ooh, I'm mad. These niggas out here that are taking these girls out of here, pop. You want to know who the parents are? And ooh, I want to say something so bad, but I know y'all gonna cancel my ass, and I don't give a damn. You know what? You got moms out here. I ain't gonna say no damn names, but y'all know who the fuck I'm talking about. They know their sons is murderers. They know their sons out here killing people. They even killed their own grandson. But you know what? These moms gonna stay by their sons. These moms gonna lie about their son, even though they know. Even though it's witness, they can confess. Mom, I did take that hoe out. Mom, I did take that man out. Well, don't tell nobody. They gonna lie for them. So you want to know who the guardians are of these men out here that's taking them out? They mamas pacifying the shit, and they mamas is spoiling them and letting him know you can do no wrong. You always gonna have your mama love. I'm always gonna support you no matter what, baby. And yeah, you see it all the time. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Hold on. Thank you, Rap Elite. Okay, female Rap Elite donated $5. GG, he did it. Thank God there was a witness who got his license plates per evil. Well, thank you, Rap Queen. But listen, they said he's out on bail. They said that Negro is out on bail. Even all that, he is out on bail. Did he get back up in jail? What's going on? All right, so let's keep on going on. Ooh, I'm going to read these comments. That boy is not an adolescent. He's grown. Who you talking about, Regina? He's 22 years old. That's a grown man. You know what I mean? What you mean adolescent? Who said something about an adolescent? Let me get on they ass real quick. Miss Robbie should not support her crazy ass son. Miss Perkins, you know they'll cancel your ass if you say that, right? Listen, they gonna cancel my ass because no, Miss Robbie's son or not. He did wrong. That's a monster. Okay? Shit, that's a monster. Y'all too, I don't know what type of relationships y'all be, Nah. And then they gonna start this, Miss Perkins. They gonna say, well, you can't understand because you're not a mom and it's a mom love and, only a mom. That's some bullshit. You know why? I just saw a story in Detroit. Did y'all hear about this? It's a mom that slice and dice her own daughter. Okay? Yeah. So, everybody is different. Every mom is different. Every father is different. It ain't nothing about no mom or no father, all that bull crap, that stereotype. That's some bullshit. Bullshit. We have seen moms take their kids out of here. We have seen fathers take their kids out of here. Shit. Bump me with them goddamn labels and stereotypes because it's all false. No. Anyway, let's keep on going here. He learned it from someone. Who you talking about? You gotta name names. You talking about this nigga right here? Y'all gotta call in now, okay? Shit. All right, so we do got some callers. Thank y'all for calling in. I'm gonna play a little bit of the video because I want to stop and go. So check this out.
Her 9-year-old daughter is claiming that he didn't do it.
And Fox 26's Dominic Keith spoke with him today.
You see how niggas lie? You see how I'm sorry, black man. I done cut his ass all off. We can't even see his ass. Okay, there you go. You see how he lied? You see how he lied? He talking about he ain't do it. You know you did that. And I think this nigga, he probably took other people out of here. You know what I'm saying? And only way he can really think he did not do it if he's bipolar. And you know what? And it's no disrespect to people that have that. Jennifer Lewis, she says she's diagnosed with bipolar, and I love her. So I don't got nothing against nobody like that. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I think I even dated a nigga that was bipolar. I didn't know it until the middle of talking to him. He disclosed that he dealt with bipolar, and that scared the fuck out of me. I ain't judging, but I was still scared. And I want to know, have you guys ever dated or are you married to a man that's bipolar? Press 2 if you are in a situation or you have. Press 5 if you've never dealt with something like that, But I did not want to find out what could happen. I was too scary and fearful to continue the situation after he told me. You know what I'm saying? I just feared the worst. I feared that he was going to flip out and take my life and then forgot he did the shit. You know what I'm saying? They said bipolar is a mood disorder. What is the connection? What is the connection? A mood disorder? I don't know. Shit. I just know sometimes with him, he'll black out. He'll get very angry, like a whole different person. And then the next second, he act like he ain't never did nothing. That's some scary shit. So let's keep on going.
She joins us live from Northwest Houston at the apartment complex where the little girl was killed. Dominic.
Yeah, the 9-year-old little girl was a member of HPD's PAL program, Police Activities League, and she was gunned down here inside her own apartment. The man who's now charged with her murder says he is innocent.
Jeremiah, let me ask you, did you shoot your ex and her 9-year-old daughter?
No, ma'am.
As a manhunt is underway for 22-year-old Jeremiah Jones, he spoke with me on Zoom, telling me he wasn't there at his ex-girlfriend's apartment and saying he did not do it. But why would his ex-girlfriend tell police he's the one who opened fire on her and her daughter?
Honestly, ma'am, I really don't know. I'm just trying to get all of this resolved. Because I was at a gas station on camera minutes before they say, within probably like 15 to 20 minutes before they even said that this happened.
Houston police say it was just before 10 p.m. Monday when
Why
Jones...
he keep looking up? Why did he keep on looking up when he's talking? Did y'all catch that? Look at it. He just keep looking up. You see how, look at that. Talk to the camera. Let me see your eyeballs. He's a liar. But look how he lied. He lied so smooth. You know what I'm saying? It seemed like this is a stranger. Your girlfriend or your ex-girl that you claim to care about was just popped. Her daughter is gone, and you have no type of connection or emotion. You know, all he doing is looking up, trying not to get the blame on him. You know what I'm saying? I think this is a case of, now some people say sociopath, and maybe I don't know everything. Maybe I don't know what bipolar is. Maybe I don't know what sociopath is. But for a person to do something and then turn around and really believe in their mind that they ain't do it, oh, that's some crazy shit. That scares me. Oh, I'm scared of people like that. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, I'm scared. Look at him. He is not looking in the camera.
And her daughter.
Honestly, ma'am, I really don't know. I'm just trying to get all of this resolved. I'm trying to, because I was at a gas station on camera.
Who he looking at? Who are you talking to, boy? Who he talking to? If you talking to us, look at us. Let's see them eyeballs. He looking elsewhere.
Minutes before they say,
it looked like he's trying to think about what to say.
Like 15 to 20 minutes before they even said that this happened.
Houston police say it was just before 10 p.m. Monday when Jones's ex-girlfriend says he burst into her Northwest Houston apartment.
There was a short struggle and the kids stayed in.
These niggas busting in doors, ain't they? Hold on, can we talk about the busting in these doors? Why are these niggas busting in doors, y'all? Huh? And they know they got cameras. I know some of y'all got them cameras and stuff, but they busting up in these doors. Look at Trouble. They said Trouble was over there sleeping with that woman knowing that she got a crazy ex-boyfriend. And did you know that crazy ex-boyfriend bust up in that door? These niggas don't mind busting up in your doors. And who raising these kids? Huh? Who is grooming these kids to bust up in these doors and be so damn demonetized? Okay, they on that demon time for real. And you know something is in the water when nobody cares about this. Nobody give a fuss about this. They just act like it don't even exist. In the entertainment, all these rappers, everybody, the comedian people, they don't talk about how black women are getting taken out. They don't talk about how black little girls are getting taken out, which makes me believe a part of the Illuminati or the part of getting a part of that shit is to humiliate or take out black women. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking because they all play a part of it. When you look at the comedians, the actors, the rappers, they either exploiting black women, degrading black women, talking about black women. They gotta do that to get on. Look at some of these motherfucking YouTubers. The only way they can get billionaires if they degrade black women. And I think the recipe is degrade and humiliate black women to get a part of that goddamn Illuminati ritual. That's what I think. Because ain't nobody talking about that shit, right? Right. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm figuring this shit out now. I'm figuring this out. And that's why they don't care. Are they marching for these black girls and these black women getting taken out? No, they don't give a fuck. Okay, they don't care. They sure don't care. Let's play. It's just another day in the
Houston
hood.
police say it was just before 10 p.m. Monday when Jones's ex-girlfriend says he burst into her Northwest Houston apartment.
There was a short struggle and the kids stayed in the bedroom and she was out in the living room. And before she was even shot, he went directly to the bedroom and for the most part executed this 9-year-old girl.
Jones's ex-girlfriend ended up shot in the shoulder and was rushed to the hospital where she's expected to survive. Her 9-year-old...
Did you hear that? And can you take this damn caption off? You gonna get me messed up on the damn YouTube. Take that damn caption off. I don't need to see those damn words. Okay, did y'all hear that? Y'all heard what that white man said? He got enraged. He got upset with his ex-girlfriend. and he ran into the daughter's room, her oldest daughter. He said, hell, I know it's going to hurt your ass the worst. And he executed her. Who does that to a 9-year-old? Please call in and let me know who does that to a 9-year-old, who sacrifices and take out a 9-year-old. Who does that? I mean, let alone, you shouldn't be taking out nobody because you're not God. You don't have authority of nobody's life taking them out. You know, but I guess here in America, y'all have authority to take each other out. And y'all like taking each other out. It seems like, because every day somebody getting popped out. It is so sad. It is so sad. This America we live in. It sure is. So I'm going to keep on going on.
Daughter was shot and killed. Houston Police Chief Troy Finner says, quote, "This senseless act of domestic violence hits home for me and the HPD family. That sweet child was a member of our Police Activities League program."
It just makes me really sad just knowing that, you know, the little girl didn't make it.
People are just shooting people now, and it's
Stop
okay,
it.
and I'm not okay with that.
Stop it. Okay, this the shit I'm talking about. He talking about some people just shooting people. No. Put a cap on that motherfucker. A lot of these black niggas are killing a lot of these black women and these black little girls. It's not people just taking people out. You know what I'm saying? You know, he just trying to make it seem like everything. No. We are talking about a little black girl that getting taken out of here, and so many little black girls are getting taken out of here too. Put the focus on them. I don't see in America, a lot of Indian little girls getting taken out by their boyfriend's baby daddy or some shit like that. In America, I don't see a lot of Chinese little girls getting taken out and getting pop by their homie lover friend in the hood. I don't see that. I don't hear this shit. And if it is, it's probably a small percentage compared to the black community. Make it make sense. And now, why they got his ass on here talking anyway? Do you know her? I mean, anybody can talk, I guess, right? But who these motherfuckers is, you know? I don't know. They just get anybody on camera nowadays. I ain't hating on a nigga, you know what I mean, or a man. But okay.
Honestly, it's heartbreaking to hear. I'm devastated.
I mean,
oh, you not devastated? I don't see that. That's another thing that pissed me the hell off. They interviewing these people, and they talking about, I don't feel the pain in their voice. I don't feel the pain in their voices or nothing. You know? Who are these people
just knowing that, you know, the little girl didn't make it.
People are just shooting people now, and it's okay. And
he seemed like he really don't care. I mean, I can't judge him because I don't know him. Maybe that's just how he talks. But I'm gonna need him to have a little bit oomph.
not okay with that. It's heartbreaking to hear. I'm devastated.
Meanwhile, Jones, who is out of jail on bond for several charges, says he and his attorney are in the process of retrieving store surveillance video that he says will prove he was about 20 miles away from his ex-girlfriend's apartment when she and her daughter were shot. He says he's going to turn himself in.
I have no reason to hide. I'm going to turn myself in. I just want my lawyer to get all the proper documents.
Why he looking around?
No, Houston police.
I just want my lawyer to get all the proper documents.
He's going to turn himself in.
I have no reason to hide. I'm going to turn myself in. I just want my lawyer to get all the proper documents for me.
Now, Houston police investigators say they are pulling surveillance video of their own from here at the apartment complex, and they believe it will show that Jones was here at the complex. Now, 2 other children were also home during the shooting. They were not injured. They're now with family members. Houston Police Chief Troy Finner is also urging Jeremiah.
Y'all hear that? Y'all see that shit? Man, oh man, hold on, because it was another video I wanted to show too. Hold on, where is this at? Look, ABC talking about this shit too, y'all.
Why just fight breast cancer?
I'm sorry, you know what? These commercials, please like this video. What they doing that? hold on. Why they doing that damn commercial? You know, I'm gonna take it off while they do the commercial. And yeah, please, in comment, let us know what y'all think. You know, look at him. Look at him. I'm about to put him on the screen. Jeremiah Jones. Be careful about this nigga, Jeremiah Jones. And, you know, he's grown, but he's 22 years old. Come on. Make this make sense. That's not his daughter. So what is not his daughter? You know, she black just like him. Y'all love talking about the black community. Yeah, we need to stick together. So why would this black man take out another black woman, a little girl? You know, it's sad. It's sad. No, according to what they say, maybe it's not his biological, you know. But hell, he wanted to be in a mama's life. He wanted to play stepdaddy. You know what I'm saying?
Over the senseless shooting of a 9-year-old girl. And tonight, court records show prosecutors tried to keep the accused killer locked up, but a judge granted bond.
Hold on. What they say? Hold on. Wait, goddamn. They say we talking about little black girls right now, but we care about all kids. I know y'all not about to start that bull crap, okay? Not today. I know y'all not about to start that.
Shelley Childers live now to explain more for us. Shelley?
Gina, the Houston Police Department calls 9-year-old Khylie Sorrells one of their own. She was a member of the Greater Houston Police Activities League, and now the police union is speaking out, angered that the accused killer was able to rack up case after case and was still granted bond after bond after bond. In fact, allegedly shooting this little girl in the head less than 2 weeks after his most recent jail stint.
Did y'all hear that? He's getting out after bond after bond after bond. They letting him go, y'all. Why are they letting him go? Huh? Who voted to allow these criminals to keep going? I think, you know who I think y'all sit up here and y'all rally talking about the criminals not getting treated right. We want them to have HBO. We want them to have comforter, goddamn pillow tops. And yeah, you know, it's so wrong how they doing these thugs out here. Free our kings, free our kings. And this is what y'all getting now. Y'all kings ain't changing. Y'all kings ain't motherfucking changing. Okay? They are getting out on bond, and they know it's lit right now. They out here popping motherfuckers left and right. And you know how I know? Listen, y'all, I wasn't talking, but, you know, conversation with a nigga in New York. And I was like, what's going on in New York? You know, I feel the tension is kind of thick. He said, oh, shit, things are going back where the niggas was running the hood. Because the police and everything is so relaxed now. And all these niggas know that. They know what time it is. So, you know, it's demon time. It's on go, you know. They don't give a fuck about y'all voting for them and they damn rights. They don't care. And another thing, since we on it, it don't got nothing to do with this, right? Now, y'all wanted people at McDonald's and y'all wanted people at Burger King to get more money, right? Minimum wage, right? Now they're getting paid, what, $20 an hour, $15 an hour? Let me ask you this. Why ain't the customer service changed? When they get more money, shouldn't that attitude change? Because they still got that funky-ass attitude when I drive up there acting like they don't want to be there. And I'm like, listen, don't you get paid $15, $20 an hour? Can't y'all be nice now and smile and shit? Ain't nothing changed. They still rude. They still fuck up your order. Come on now. You know, Nah, something need... You know what? I just don't know. But let's keep on going on.
Girls shot and killed at just 9 years old inside her mother's apartment Monday night.
I cannot fathom why some animal would do that to a child.
Doug Griffith with the Houston Police Officers Union not mincing words for Jeremiah Jones. The 22-year-old accused killer also shot and injured Kylie's mother, his ex-girlfriend. Court records show he had just bonded out of jail June 1st for charges of evading police, making a terroristic threat, and violating a protective order.
Oh, he crazy, girl. Did you hear that? He just got out for threatening the police. And on camera, didn't he seem so normal? I mean, he seemed like your everyday person. You know, just by seeing him on camera. See, y'all gotta be careful who y'all meeting in these clubs. Y'all gotta be careful who y'all meeting at these gas stations. At Chick-fil-A. You gotta be careful who you meeting there, because you know these niggas love to go to Chick-fil-A. I don't know what about that damn chicken that draw these niggas to that chicken. And, you know, online dating too. Y'all gotta be careful. You know what I'm saying? They come out, they seem real cool and everyday, but they tick, tick, boom, and ain't nobody talking about this. What's going on? Let's go. I can't wait till y'all start calling in.
Requested bond be denied, but a judge granting bonds totaling $45,000. Jones was already out on bond for felon in possession of a firearm and burglary of a habitation when he was granted these 3 new bonds June 1st. Griffith believes the Harris County court system failed this 9-year-old innocent child who loved playing for the Police Activities League.
And the courts don't have to give a bond, or they can raise it to $1 million. It doesn't matter. If you've proven you're not going to be held accountable, or you're not going to do your job as a citizen and not go out and commit crimes, you can hold them in jail. The courts keep saying, oh no, it's a constitutional right, they have to get a bail. That's not accurate.
I don't like these constitutional rights. I can tell you that much. Hell no. It's so dangerous in America. I don't like y'all constitutional rights. F y'all constitutional right. Lock these niggas up and keep them there. You know? Y'all need to change this. I don't like it. I don't like it. Do you know? Listen, I'm not a big fan of Dubai. I don't want to go. I don't want to never go. But do you know? And I don't like the rules, you know, and I don't like what they stand for. And I'm not applauding Dubai, but I'm talking about their safety stuff. I heard, because, you know, a lot of rappers and a lot of people of color, black people, they love to take their ass to Dubai. And they be saying when they go up in Dubai, they can wear their jewelry, their grill, their ice, and they don't got to worry about nobody robbing them and stealing them. They don't got niggas in Dubai just packing, just to be packing. You know what I'm saying? And they said, you know, they feel safe over there, you know? You just, you know, the laws are strict or whatever, but they feel safe. It's not like America. Everybody don't have to have a pow-pow and all that pow-pow with this little girl stuff like that. Nah. It's a lot of countries you don't have to do that either, and it's not as dangerous here in America. And it's so sad. It sure is. And I feel like it's going to get worse. It is going to get worse. That's how I feel. These two, okay, I'm looking here, because usually they have some more stuff. Okay, look, this was the other
Good
day.
afternoon, I'm Andy Sirota. We are getting new details about the accused gunman charged with killing a 9-year-old girl and hurting her mother in a shooting earlier this week. 22-year-old Jeremiah Jones was arrested yesterday evening. Now we are learning more about the night of the shooting and his lengthy criminal past. KPRC2's Brittany Jeffers has the latest.
Jones was set to appear in district court this morning. However, we have learned from the bailiff that he is still in processing, which means he will likely appear sometime tomorrow. 22-year-old Jeremiah Jones was arrested last night and is now waiting to go before a judge. He's facing a capital murder charge, an aggravated assault charge, accused of shooting his ex.
Hey, Jeremiah, where his mama at, y'all? Where his daddy at? Why can't we see them? Why can't we see them? Why ain't Gail King interviewing his parents? But you know what? They gonna lie. Jeremiah parents, they gonna lie just like Miss Ruby lied for that Tim Horton nigga with them big ass hips. How she gonna have his back? That's how Jeremiah parents gonna have his back. And that's just what it is, you know? And that's just what, you know what I mean? It's nasty out here. It really is.
Girlfriend's 9-year-old daughter, Khylie Sorrells, in the head, killing her. Court documents show the victim's mother says that Jones came to her apartment last week with a gun and threatened to kill her. Court documents go on to say that Brittany Sorrells and Jones ended their relationship 2 months ago. But investigators say that Jones showed up at Sorrells' apartment on Monday night in the Heights. Documents allege that he ripped a TV off of the wall, accused her of seeing another man, and later went into the bedroom where Sorrells says she heard 2 gunshots. Khylie died of her injuries. A GoFundMe page for the family has already raised more than $8,000 to help with funeral expenses. On the GoFundMe page, her mother says the 9-year-old loved making TikTok videos and was an MVP basketball player in the Police Activities League. Now, Jones does have a criminal history. He was out on bond for evading arrest back in January. He also has a charge of terroristic threats against a family member. Again, he is likely going to appear in court sometime tomorrow. We'll continue checking in to find out exactly when that will take place. In downtown.
Ooh, girl. These men are crazy. These niggas are crazy. And I want to know, when y'all dating these men, you know, when y'all dating these niggas out here, do you ask to see an ID? Y'all may want to start doing that. Say, can I please see your ID? Snap that ID and look their ass up. See if they got a criminal record, because most likely they do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to fall in love with these niggas so quick and claim you know so much, but do you know his damn record? And don't allow him to tell you. You're going to have to do your own research. Find out what's going on. I want to know. Press 1 if you do run his name and look to see if he have any prior records. Press 5 if you don't do that because you don't want to offend him. You know, you just lazy. You just don't think about it. You want to think all the good in people, or you just pray about it. Shit. Y'all better start doing that. Get that ID. Get the ID. Do you think the Manosphere is to blame? All of it to blame. I don't know, because I don't watch no Manosphere, so maybe shit. All right, so let's, you know what? When it comes to violence, I don't know. See, I just found out about a Manosphere, and I don't even watch no damn Manosphere, but this stuff been going on before the internet and the Manosphere, you know? So I really don't even know what the fuck the Manosphere do. I don't know. I don't know what they talk about. I think they just talk about, you know, women in a horrible way, and they just want women to submit and act stupid and be a dumb hoe and just have no standards, and whatever the man do, just be a submissive dumb hoe. You know what I mean? That's what I think. I'm not sure because I don't know shit about it, be honest with you. Let's pick up some phone lines. You know, let me get this woman out, get her ass out the damn thing before we, okay, let me move this. Oh, and another thing, you know, do you guys remember this picture right here? Okay. Do you remember her? You see that girl right there at the end, right? You know, she's underage too. And her mom, boyfriend, they seen him unbuckling his belt, like fasten up, like he just got finished doing a do, was R-ing her. And he took her out of here with the pow. These men that y'all getting with, these black niggas y'all getting with, they are taking out your daughters. And nobody cares. I don't hear the rappers or whatever talking about the kids, or they don't care about these little black girls. They sure don't, you know. They don't care. All right, so we're gonna pop up some phone line. Let me change this little thing right here. Bam. All right, so y'all ready to call in? All right, let's go. 915, you're live on the air.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you tonight?
You know what? I'm doing a little bit better, but I want you to talk about this. What's your thoughts about this?
Well, my thoughts about it is that You know, men are just kind of crazy, and the women are just too. They want to be with somebody so bad that they just take anybody. My daughter, for instance, has done some really stupid things, and she don't learn from her mistakes. We had a guy that was she knew him when she was a kid, 8 years old. But then at 31, you know, he's up on the phone calling her all day. And I told her, look, if he's on the phone talking to you all day, he's not working. Long story short, she ended up letting him come move in with her and her roommate. He ended up, they had a wreck, and he acted a fool at the wreck scene. The paramedics was telling her to leave him. But anyway, long story short, that night, about 4 o'clock in the morning, the cat jumped up on the window and woke my daughter up. And here comes this fool busting in the door with a butcher knife, and he stabbed her 4 times, sliced her finger open, stabbed her in her leg, and she was screaming, you know, trying to, you know, and the strength came in, and she pushed the dresser between her and him and jumped out the window and took off running, and the police found her by her blood trail. Now, I have tried to tell my daughter what to do and how to live. She ain't never seen no man beat me. She ain't never. But I just cannot. I don't know. I don't know. So you know, it's you know, people are crazy, and I think my daughter might be a little bipolar because I don't know why she's beautiful, she's smart, but she just will not pick a good man. I don't understand why.
I'm so sorry you have to go through that.
My contribution.
I'm so sorry.
Ma'am?
I'm so sorry you have to go through that. And I just want to say thank you for sharing your story. You know?
I want other girls to know when you see a bad sign, you know, don't try to blow it off and see the good in people, because it ain't a lot of good in people anymore. But a lot of women just think that. And yes, it is demonic spirits. I see somebody saying it, and that's what I was trying to tell my daughter. I really think that it's a demon trying to control her life because she's beautiful, she's smart. I mean, she could have been everything, and she just keeps
but do
falling.
she feel that way? Does she feel that way? Because everybody can tell you in the world you're beautiful, you're smart, but if your ass don't feel that way, it don't mean nothing.
Well, I guess she does. She said we have a crazy relationship. She constantly thinks that I'm never for her, and I'm always for her. She's my only daughter. She don't have a relationship with her father, and she blames me for leaving him. But he was an asshole, so I left him when she was like 2, and so I raised her on my own. And you know, I don't know. It's just you can make up any kind of excuse in the world, but when you see somebody is bad, leave them alone. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, it sounds like she's dealing with Go ahead.
Go ahead, no, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, you know, people could say my cousins tell me that I spoiled her, that I gave her too much. Well, I just tried to do, you know, what I felt that I should do. I was working. I wanted my daughter to have things, so I gave her things. But
that don't make
I don't
sense.
know.
That shit don't make sense.
Right?
You spoil her. Okay, if you spoil her, she shouldn't want for nothing. She don't have to want for no nigga. That don't got shit to do with that. It sounds like to me that she has an issue with attachment. She latch on and she don't know how to fucking let go. You know, and I don't know if she feel like she can save these niggas. She trying to be save or hold these niggas. She feel like she can't abandon them.
I used to call her Moses when she was a little girl because she was always bringing people home. She does have that trying to save people, but she grown now. Let it go. Save yourself. You know, you can't save everybody. But I used to call her Moses because I used to tell her she was always bringing kids home. Her friend's mama was in jail, or you know, this and that, and I would take care of them too. You know, bring them food, take food to the school. You know, take them shopping. Whatever I did for her, I did for them. That was just, I don't know. I guess I messed up.
You can't do that. You gotta remember, people are people. They're human. They're not robots. You can't just program a human and expect them to do it you want them to do. They have to make their own choices. You can't blame yourself. You did the best you can with your best intentions. Did you have intentions to put your daughter wrong? You can't do that to yourself. It's not fair to you. And it's not fair to her that you do it to yourself. You know, she still need to see you being loving, being strong. She don't need you to beat up on yourself. That's not going to help her in her situation.
Well, I wish I'd like for y'all all to pray for my family because we need it. We really do, and I appreciate you being here, asking about this. And I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I just ask for prayer. That's all. Y'all have a good night.
Well, thank you. You have a good night too. All right, so feel free to call in. Let us know how you guys feeling. Now, we don't know all the answers, you know, but we will talk to you. And, you know, you can take what people say, take it or leave it. But, you know, we not going to pretend like we a doctor. You know what I'm saying? But we love for you guys to be open and transparent. And know when you are doing that, you putting yourself in a vulnerable position, too. I want to hear the story. But you got random strangers out here that may try to, you know, twist it and say something harmful in a comment. So just be aware about that. All right, so let's go on to the next caller. You know, please call in, y'all. Call in 706. You're live on the air. 706. 706. Okay. I'm going to let you go, 706. You heard me calling you, nigga. All right, 404, you're live on the air.
Hey, Gigi.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing better now because I'm liking your energy. So talk to me. What's your thoughts?
Gigi, I've been watching you for so many years.
Girl, thank you, boo. Okay, if you've been knowing me for so many years, you know, let's get to the tea.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that. I really do.
Listen,
go ahead.
I wanted to, I did want to, you know, I work in mental health, and I'm just coming, I'm like, Lord, I'm having a conversation. I do want to talk to, you know, our community, the people that I love. And I do want to say that comment that I made where I said, we love all children, but right now we're talking about black children. There was a comment from a person that said, oh, all little girls, not just black little girls. And I think it's important for us to just really be mindful, educate ourselves about mental health. And ladies, please love yourselves. I do want to say that a lot of times, even with the people that I work with now, the women are just, you know, we going through a lot. Our whole community is. And it feels like what I'm seeing is that a lot of the women are so lonely, are so afraid, or just trying to feel something to the point where they're just ready to accept anybody that they think will give them any type of love or attention, not really understanding who the person is or even giving the person themselves time to get to know the person. My mom, you know, back in the day, they didn't bring people around, and I was like that about my son. I was very particular about who was around my child, when you got to meet him, if you ever got to meet him. But I just want to say, you guys, please, 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 our community is suffering. Today I just watched on the news in Atlanta, where I'm from. That's where I'm calling from, in Clayton County. There was a young black woman that broke up with her boyfriend. The boyfriend had been harassing her. She had made several trips to the precinct and made all type of reports. It only escalated him. And he caught her pulling up at the house in the driveway, coming from work. He killed her this weekend, the first day that their daughter took their first step. And then he kidnapped the daughter, took the baby and himself, and killed him and the toddler. So I want to say, y'all, please remember to love yourselves. You are valuable. I just wanted this opportunity to lift up our community and just really recognize the hurting places that we are in. Every woman, I love everybody, the LGBT community. I have transgender cousins and friends like you guys. We are hurting so bad, and we are not paying attention to the red flags. Y'all, please, You know, vet these people out before you bring them to your house. Gigi, I love you. I appreciate you. Every opportunity that I get, I am clicking. I am trying to catch every live.
Can we talk about what you just said, though? Can we talk about it?
Yeah.
All right, that's what I want to know. Okay, why ain't these entertainers talking about the killing of these black girls and these black women from domestic abuse? Why they don't be having conversation? And then the dating shit. They can talk about all these datings, the wigs and the weave and the eyelashes, but why don't they draw attention to domestic abuse and how rapid it's going on? Why?
Well,
Why
honestly,
is that?
I agree with what you said about, you know, it's almost like, listen, our struggle has been real for many years. You know, we are the less protected and the first people to get on the line when shit is going bad for everybody else. But we are the last people that the world wants to protect because we are strong. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. Sometimes that black woman shit, it pardons the world from our pain. You know, it's that I got to be a black woman. I'm strong. I can take it. And we are dying, not only on the outside, we are dying on the inside. We are trying to hold up the arms of our community, our families, our friends, and nobody gives a fuck about us. Nobody gives a fuck, you know. So,
now, when you say you're strong, you can take it. What does that mean?
Yeah.
I would think that if you're strong, you're going to stop it. You're going to say, hey, I got to be strong enough to stop letting you whoop my ass. I think a weak person would stay in the relationship and take it. And another thing, you got this nigga out here fabulous. Everybody up here checking his hands and doing stuff and doing videos and working out with his ass. And y'all know he knocked that whole teeth out. Y'all know that. And he do worse.
I agree. So what I was saying when I was saying that I'm strong, I was saying the bullshit image, you know, of strong black woman, right? In some ways, it's the thing that we use to protect ourselves, but it's also the thing that pardons the rest of the world from our pain. So we need to be really mindful of that shit.
What's going to happen? Which one is going to be? Either, okay, you say if they come off as too strong, then it makes people say, well, fuck her ass. You know, she too damn strong anyway. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's kind of like,
okay,
so,
but then
it's like a theme,
if you come off weak, they still gonna say fuck your ass and shut the hell up. What the hell you talking for? Either way, it's a losing battle. So you have to think what's best for you. Are you gonna stay in that house unprotected? No pow, your doors open, you know? So you can be more vulnerable and you can appear more feminine and sweet? Or are you going to board that, you know, have that pow and ready to rumble? But if you do that, they're going to say, well, shit, she don't need your help. Look at her. She's ready to rumble. I think you're going to have to protect yourself because they lying up here. They lying and lying and lying. They sitting up here talking about some, you know, what? You don't have to have no pow. You don't got to call the police. Allow the men, your black men in the community, they going to save your ass. They going to protect you. You don't need them. But hell, you going to need protection from their black ass because these niggas, do you think they want to be friends with you? They want to get between your goddamn thighs. That's what they want. Okay? They see you as a goddamn snack to be devoured. They can't have no true intention just to be your friend without trying to stick their thing up in your ass.
And you know, it's just like I said, it's like you know, because I'm speaking like from my own experience as well as some of the people that I work with, right? Because I was like, shit, I'm a strong black woman. But then I realized when I heard somebody say it and I began to understand what that really means, or not really what it means, because sometimes we have to tell it to ourselves secretly. But then when we say it out loud, in some ways, it's like you pardon the rest of the world. So it's like, I'm a strong black woman. Oh, she can take anything. And then at the end of the day, if this had been Lil Katie or Lil Mary, I'm not being funny, y'all, and I'm not racist, but I'm just being real. That shit, y'all, it's a 22-year-old, 23-year-old college student that's been missing from like an art student in Brooklyn, New York. I've been posting the shit. They blocking my page. You know, you don't see that going viral. It was D.L. Hughley, the mom, and one of the news reporters that went live on IG. This lady been everywhere. She finally got 2 news places to cover the story about her daughter. And she got one call from the girl at some nail salon in Maryland or somewhere, and they got the girl on video. You don't see that shit on the news. Nobody. This child been missing since May 1st. Okay? She was in her last year of college in New York and went somewhere, somebody she met on IG, got on the bus to go and, like, quote unquote, do a job for posters. And there they saying that she in some cult in Maryland somewhere with some guy to say he a black lord. Oh my, it's nobody is posting that. Nobody is posting it. And then I posted it after I got off the live IG, listening to her mother cry, saying, "Where is my daughter?" And they're saying that she's like, you know, got caught tricked into some cult, and they think seemed like she was on drugs when she came to the nail salon. They not fucking posting that shit everywhere. Tajay Baker or something. Nobody protects black women. Nobody gives a fuck. They will see you laying in the street bleeding, pleading for help. People will turn their head and act like they don't fucking see it. This shit has to stop. You know, it has to stop. But it also has to start in our households where we teach these young women, you know, like the lady was saying her daughter has bipolar. No, you know, choosing a bad man is not a sign of bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder is a mood disorder. And this is how things get perpetuated, and then you got all the wrong information. She said she's pretty and she's smart, but I love what you said. Do she feel that way? Because just because you say it doesn't mean that she feels that way. And that speaks more to the self-esteem than having a mental health issue. And it's nobody's fault, right? We all get our ass whooped by life. You know, they have to have their growing pains. I'm not saying that she deserves to be beat up. Never would I say that. But what I'm saying is, y'all, please, keep listening to Gigi. Keep sharing this love. Keep helping these young ladies be aware. You know, teach them self-love, love on them. And y'all, please love yourselves. Please love yourself. Be careful of who you invite in your house, in your life, and around your children. Please, y'all, please.
Well, I like talking to you, so I want to keep you. You ain't going nowhere. Now, listen. Okay, now, somebody brought up this earlier. They said, you know, why do we feel like, you know, these girls are just desperate to have a man? They just this and that. You know what I think?
Yes.
I think it's a lot of grooming going on when you're a little girl.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like the validation. To be valid in this world, you have to have a man. You know, to be somebody, you have to have a man. And if you don't have a man, then you're less than. You don't know what it's like to live life if your ass don't have a man. You know, so of course it's been pressure when there was a little girl. They have to grow up to have a man, to have this picket fence and to have this family and to have this thing, which everybody is groomed to say, I gotta have this. This is the goal of life, is to have this husband, a picket white fence, kids and all that, whatever. Even if you don't want it, then you still gonna want it just for the look of it, the idea, whatever have you. So I feel like it's a race too. You know, it's a race. They have to have it.
I'm gonna tell you something that speaks to what you say. Y'all ain't gonna hold the line, but I ain't never got to talk to you.
Well, I said I want to hold the line for you because I want to talk to you. Now go ahead.
Listen, when I was like in my early 30s, I remember, you know, that's kind of what the older generation taught. And I remember one time my mom had to cut a picture out of a magazine. I'll never forget it. She didn't mean no harm, but she didn't see it the way that I saw it later on when I started working in mental health. So she took a picture of a 100-year-old bride and taped it outside my door one day. And she was like, "That's gonna be you." And I was like, I'm not the kind of person that I never really even wanted to get married. I was like, yeah, I'll probably never get married. I don't know. I just didn't. I wasn't really into it. I was really trying to take some time to work on self-love and building myself up, finding out what I want, what I don't want, what I'm willing to accept.
They don't want you to do that, though. The grooming that they do, it's almost like rest in peace, Kevin Samuels. It's a fear. You're going to die alone. You allow that man to mold you. You listen to him. All you got to do is look pretty, stay fresh, be X, Y, and Z, and you submit to that man.
Stay in the house and cook.
Right. You're going to have to cook. You're going to have to clean.
I work 2 jobs. You got to cook and clean and be Molly homemaker. And I told my mom, look, this is not 1930 anymore. I'm not being funny. I will say that I am married, but it took, it just wasn't my thing. And it was only by the grace of God. But that was after I took a couple of years, 2 years, to completely work on myself. Nothing else. I needed to work on myself because even if you get in a relationship, whatever it is, you still have to be whole in and of yourself. And then if you're broken, then broken people attract broken people. It don't matter what it look like on the outside. I have 5 brothers. They know when you thirsty. I'm going to tell you, they started teaching me when I was young. They can smell if you thirsty a mile away. They can see if your self-esteem is low. They can see how you treat your child. I knew some girls when I was younger that treated the man better than they treated the child. One girl, her son was eating noodles and she was in the kitchen cooking steak for her boyfriend. And I was like, what the fuck wrong with this picture? I was in my 20s, but still, I was like, nah. No.
But that's how they groom. They're groomed to be that way. I've seen it too. They're groomed. And they even have posts on Facebook talking about who do you feed first, your kid or your man? And you have people, older people, that older mindset, certain people on the east side of the world, they said they man come first. And, and a lot of religions are groomed to put the man first. So.
Oh, yeah. And I even worked with some people, with this one lady who, because of her culture, she was married off very young, and to this day she is still traumatized because she was not only abused by the husband, but the mother and the brother. And her family had to go through a lot to get her out of that marriage. But here she is now, 6 years later, and she's still traumatized, right? And even what her family had to go through, it's an arranged kind of thing in their culture, whatever. And the girl is straight traumatized. So I'm just saying, y'all, I love my people. I'm going to always be for my people, and please, y'all, I just want y'all to really find the self-worth and self-value in yourself before you get into a relationship, because I'm telling you, I have 5 brothers and they have all taught me
How do you do that? How do you do that? Okay, let's role play. Okay, how do I self-love myself? I don't understand what you mean by that. I love myself. I wear Gucci. I wear Prada. I wear all the latest hairs. I want a Mercedes. I do love myself. I think I'm real bad. You know what I'm saying? You talking about I don't love myself just because I got a man and he got a bad record, but so what? We from the hood, shit. Yeah, he went upside my head before, but I was running my mouth and he put me in my place and that shit turned me on. But you sitting up here trying to judge somebody talking about I don't love myself. I love myself. Shit, you don't even rock Gucci. That shit look like it came from Walmart. Do you love yourself?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So listen, I appreciate that, and I'm grateful that you shared your experience with me. So I heard you say, if you're okay with that, I want to go back to something that you said. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you say that you love yourself, can you tell me what that looks like? Tell me more about that. When you say you love yourself, can you kind of, if you will?
I look good.
Go ahead.
Hell yeah, I look good. I make sure my body look good. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure, I wear the nice designers. My nails always done. My hair always done. And I look good. And I hang around people that look good too. You know, that's loving yourself.
Oh, so okay. I hear what you're saying. So basically you're saying if you feel like you look good, that is an indication to other people that you feel good about yourself?
What?
I
don't understand what you're saying. What you trying to say?
But okay, so one of the things that I oftentimes will do with the women, if we're talking
keep going.
Whatever,
Don't go out the role play. Come on,
don't
come
go
on.
off. Okay,
Don't go.
okay. So I heard you say that you look good, and all the people that you hang around with look good, and that is how you define feeling good about yourself or valuing yourself. Would you say that where do you find your value? Would you say that you find your value in the relationships that you have, in the friends, or would you say that you find your value in what you wear? Where do you find your value? What do
you keep asking me these questions and I'm not understanding what the hell you talking about. Value is in money. Okay, money makes the world go round. You gotta have money in this world. So my value goes in the money. I look good. I look like money. Okay? When I come into the room, niggas look at me. They spend on me. Every day I go out, I always get niggas buying me this and buying me that because I am of value. You mad at me because you don't get that damn attention. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And yes, I gotta hang around with bad hoes because they compliment me. What the fuck I look like hanging around with busted ass hoes? That's not a good look on me. That made me look like I don't love myself. I'm not for charity. You know what I'm saying? I see myself like Chanel. Like, have you ever been to a Chanel store? Like Chanel, they don't do commercials. They not for everybody. You know, and I ain't for everybody.
Okay, yeah. So let me give you an example, right? So last week there was this lady that I was working with. She is doing very well in her career. She makes a lot of money.
Okay, what this got to do about me?
Well, I'm getting ready to give you an example of what I mean when I talk about self-respect or how you feel about yourself, right?
But I don't need your speech because I have self-respect. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm doing stuff in life. I'm going on jets and stuff like celebrities to be DMing me, and I'm going here and there. But what you ain't doing that with your life. You're not going on trips. You're not popping like that.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you think that. But let me tell you a short story. So, a few years ago, right, I was before I ever got into doing this type of work. A few years ago, I was a lot younger then, probably like I was younger. So anyway, I thought that I had a lot of self-esteem about myself. Like people would tell me how pretty I am and things like that. But the more I started to do the inner work, right? I had to do inner work. I had to take steps to really evaluate my life and see where I was. I really realized that I was a dressed up garbage can. Because you can be dressed up and have on wigs and eyelashes and makeup, and you can even have on some cute clothes, right? But what is it like on the inside, right? Have you ever experienced any trauma in your life? What was that like, right? Everybody has experienced some form of trauma in their life. So once you took your ACEs test, right, which talked about your trauma, childhood abuse, dysfunctional families and dysfunctional family dynamics and everything like that, and those things will determine your score. Based on that score and the things that we talk about, I know we just met. We don't have to talk about everything right now, and that's okay. It's going to take time for us to build our relationship. But I just want you to know that whenever you're ready to start talking about things and working on things, I'll be here for you. If you're not ready now, that's okay.
You know what?
But I'm not here to fight or judge you.
I just, honestly, I want my money back. You know what I'm saying? I came up here because people was telling me, try that therapy shit and that celebrities be doing the therapy and stuff like that. So I thought it would be real cute. You know what I'm saying? But this was just a waste of my damn time. Honestly, I feel like
there is nothing cute about therapy. Healing can be very ugly. It can be very painful, and a lot of people don't even want to go there because they're afraid. You understand me? This is now we going to get real because my boss just left the room. Therapy ain't going to be cute and it ain't going to be fun. This shit going to be hard and it's going to be some real work. And it's going to get ugly sometime and it ain't going to feel good. You ain't going to like it. You probably ain't going to like me, right? But I promise you, if you stick to it and you keep doing the work, we keep working, all you got to do is show up. The more you show up, the more work we going to do.
But
and I promise you.
I hear what you're saying, ain't nothing wrong with
so
me.
You saying ain't nothing going on.
No.
Okay.
Because I'm doing good with my life, you know. I do have some haters, but you know, hater make the world go round, and I feel like the reason why they hate me because they can't beat me, and because you know I'm doing something right. If they hating on me, I've been having haters, so I'm not tripping on that. You know, like I said before, I heard some celebrities talk about they had the therapy and stuff and shit. I thought it was cute or whatever, but now being in this stuff and you tell me all these goddamn stories, ain't nobody got time for this. You know what I'm saying? And then you talking about you gonna make me feel like I'm bad.
I am trying to keep a serious face. You making me laugh, and these people want to get on the line. But listen,
let's stop. Okay, cut. Okay, I enjoy doing that with you, and I apologize if I got out of hand. You know, shit,
No,
I was feeling that character
fun because you know what? Sometimes people be like that for real, and we still have to be cool. But then I have, depending on the relationship with the person, like if it's a person I've been working with for a real long time, then I can be real, just down to earth and transparent, and they love that about me. But when it's somebody that I don't really know, of course but sometimes because people do live with challenges, sometimes you do have to just be like, okay, because you can't escalate them or whatever. Okay, yeah, I understand. So if you're already doing great, then we can just work on improving what you're already doing great in or something like that. And it takes time, It was role play, y'all. This was not a real show.
Right. And I think you are great. I think you are patient. You try to get, you can tell that this is what you really do. And this is your passion. Keep going to work and keep saving people and helping people all across the world because that's what you're doing. And you're doing the hard work a lot of their parents didn't do, a lot of their family can't do, the church can't do. But it seems like you are, you're going to see them just for them and not try to put them in a box and just try to help them the best way you can without offending them, and that's a blessing. And a lot of people don't have that.
Thank you.
You're welcome,
right, too. I'm going to keep watching you. I'm going to hang up so you can talk to somebody
Okay,
else.
I'm going to let you go now. Okay. All right, bye. All right, next caller, 623. You're live on the air, 623. Hello, 623. 623.
Hi, hello. Is this about the little girl that was killed by the mother's boyfriend?
Yeah, what's your thoughts?
Okay, yeah, I saw that story today. I was really saddened by that. And the first thing I thought about was just like how much we as women have to do a better job at protecting our children and protecting ourselves. I don't know. The story that I saw, I don't know, maybe I was just that he came in and that he asked for the phone. And she said that he took the phone and walked back to the bedroom, like she let him just walk around the house.
No. Okay, so she broke up with him. She ain't want nothing to do with him. He bust up in that house. Right. And he claimed that TV that she had, that she paid for, he was claiming it was his. He came in there looking for trauma because she didn't want nothing to do with him. So he threw that TV, which was mounted on the wall, threw it off the wall, and then asked to get her phone. And she said no. And he snatched the phone and accusing her of doing a do with other men. And then he went, what's going on back there? Then he went into her daughter's room and popped her twice in the head and the shoulder. And then he came out trying to end her life, hitting her. But she didn't end up leaving this earth, but her daughter did. And that's why she reported him. And even though she reported him, and it's sad, his ass still got let out on bail.
Nah, yeah, I would have just, I think in that situation, first of all, give him whatever he wants. You say this TV is yours, nigga, take it. Whatever it takes.
She did. She didn't hit him. He was going to end her life anyway.
No. I know she wasn't trying to. But I guess I don't know. I don't even know that I would have let him in. I don't know what the whole situation was with that. But I just think, like, you know,
okay,
I don't know how long
you didn't let him in. You don't think that wolf gonna bust up in there? You think not letting the door in is gonna stop a nigga from taking your life that want to take your life? Huh? You really think that?
You right.
You can't do shit.
No.
You know what you can do? Now, you said they got to have a better chance of protecting themselves. What does that look like? Protecting myself, what does that look like? Does that look like just hiding under the bed? Is that protection yourself, or that's not protecting yourself?
No.
How about getting that pow? Getting that pow. If she had a pow on her and she knew how to use it and she was not afraid, then that would have changed the scenario. Because you can have the pow, but if you still have that fear, then you kind of messed up. You know what I'm saying? And then the rules, the voting. Voting is important. You got to change the laws out here so when, you know, people do speak up against these niggas, they stay in jail. Somebody voted to allow these niggas to get out on bail. You know, make the laws harder. You have to vote.
He had like 5.
Yeah,
he had like 5
so
different cases
it's a
out or
lot of
something.
things that people can do to make it harder for criminals. You know what I'm saying? You can protect yourself with the pow, get the training and stuff. And, you know, some people want to say, well, you know, why was she dating him anyway? You know, I don't know why she was dating that nigga. Maybe she, you know, these niggas lie, and you see how he got up on a goddamn video,
No, they do.
make it seem like he ain't did nothing. I'm sure when he was trying to talk to her and woo her, he probably was making it seem like he was fine and he was insane and he ain't cray. And another thing, why don't we can we turn the bottle to him and his parents and his upbringing? And if you got these black men out here that's supposed to be your brothers, that's supposed to be your uncles, that's supposed to be your fathers, that's supposed to be your sons, what are you teaching them and telling them about taking people out of here and black women hitting their girlfriends and shit? What is that conversation?
No, I agree with you.
You know?
I agree with you 100%.
But it's always
I
one-sided. We don't spin the bottle all the way around. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the only reason why I direct it towards women is because we're the only ones who can change us, right? We can't control other people. And like you said, I mean, these men out here, there are a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing. They act like they good and they sane and they.
Okay, let's talk about that. You said you can only change you. So let's bring up a profile. So we have Melissa. Okay, so we got Melissa. So how are we going to protect Melissa? We are her guardian angels. Okay, so how are we going to protect Melissa?
As her guardian angels?
Yeah, we her guardian angels.
I would say, well, maybe the best way we could protect Melissa is to teach Melissa about how to better vet a man.
What?
You know.
You gonna teach Melissa to do what?
To better vet.
Better vet.
I mean,
okay,
like,
so how do you
do
do that?
In the sense.
How do you do it?
How do you?
Yeah, come on, guardian. If you telling her how to vet a man, you gonna have to teach that thing. So teach it to us. How do you vet a man?
First of all, why does he have access to her house so early?
Okay, time out, guardian angel.
The ability to
we jumping on things. You got to teach us how to vet. This is advice that you're giving out, so you have to go with it. Come on, or you just talking stuff.
But I guess no, I'm not talking stuff.
How do you vet your man? How do you vet your man? If you into men,
well, in a lot of different ways. And no, she said if you into men, no, I am in a lot of different ways. But I mean, one thing I definitely do as a single mother is, they're not. I don't have men around my children.
Okay, but that's not telling me how you vet a man. That's telling me what you don't do. But that's not telling me how you vet a man. Give me 3 things you do to vet a man.
Well, I mean, the main thing I do is I really take my time and getting to know them. Talking to them. When I say vet, I just mean I'm trying to, really get to know who they are, really trying to check in.
But how do you do that? With people that change up personalities, how do you do that? What is vetting?
Background checks.
Okay, so that's a vet. That's a background. So get in their real name, their ID, and you're going to look them up?
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you do that? Do you just ask a man, say, hey, can I see your ID?
No, not necessarily, but just over time, you're going to have access to that information to be able to look him up and find out whatever you need to do or look up. I know, like, if I meet a new guy, sometimes I'll look him up on mugshots.com.
How do you do it? Okay, this is what I'm thinking. Okay, y'all go out on a date. You go on a date. Take a picture of his license plate and run it. Can't you do that?
I'm sure you could.
Ain't that some good shit, though? Hey, that's a good vet.
I usually always, anytime I go out with somebody new, I'll be like, look, I need your license plate number, I need your whatever, and I'll send it to my girlfriend or sister or what have you. You can always do stuff like that. But I think,
okay, so do you tell them up front? Do you say, hey, I'm going to need that license plate, nigga? Or you just snap it?
Yeah. No, I'll tell them. And if they want to go out with me, they'll say, no problem. And I've never had any guy be like, what? And not do it. They'll do whatever if they want to go out with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and let's just hope that it's a real tag, right?
It could be fake. It's very well.
Okay.
But I guess what I'm saying is that, like, over time, things will reveal themselves if you're taking your time. So I don't know how long she had been dating him, but, like, if you've only been dating a man for a few months or whatever, he don't need to be in your house.
Okay, but
I
I kind of disagree. You know the situation with Fabulous and Emily, right?
I know of them. Yeah,
okay, they've been dealing with each other for a long time, and he's steady busting her teeth out. So what does longevity means?
But you talking about his baby mother? They've been together for years, but I'm not saying that
they've been forever.
Okay, but here's the situation. Like, I know women who, like, they'll meet a guy and then, like, they invite him in. So now this dude knows the, inner workings of your house, the layout of your house, all of the stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then you getting stalked. They breaking into your stuff or whatever. I don't even,
I understand what you're saying. But the thing is, the matter, these husbands are doing the same thing. These boyfriends that they know are doing the same things. These family members that you trust, that you know, are doing the same thing.
That's true. That's true too. Listen, you're right. We need to work on the state of men and their mental health because, they're always taking out women. There was, I think, the channel that I saw that particular story on. She's a black lady, Black Girl News or something like that. Her whole channel is full of stories of women who were killed by their husbands or spouses or lovers or whatever. Like, no doubt, I agree with you.
Do you think it has something to do with it? And you know what? I know this don't got nothing to do with nothing, y'all, right? But I be like, God damn, see, I don't know. I be feeling like them scary movies is demonic, right? And it's about this man that's creepy, that's want to kill people in the movie. And they find that shit fascinating. I feel like it's creepy as hell, And then all them video games is so violent. Do you know they have video games that people just walk around assaulting people?
Yeah, and what is that?
I don't know, but they got it. And these niggas they love to watch it.
Yeah.
And they be doing it, little kids be doing this.
I think we need to deal with men's like emotional stuff. I'm really sick of that, you know, you either be with me or nobody like mentality. You know what I'm saying? Like if a woman says, I don't understand what happened to men, because I feel like back in the day, if you told a man you didn't want to be with him, you just moved on. You know what I'm saying? And found somebody else. Now
I disagree.
you tell them you don't want to be with them now, they want to kill you. I don't understand it.
They was killing
You
them
know, it's
back
like,
in
what's
the
wrong with
day.
them emotionally?
But back in the day, it was legal for them to kill them. But they was killing their wives back in the day, but it was legal. And women didn't have no rights back in the day.
Maybe it just feels like it's happening more because of social media.
Of course, social
reportable,
media blows things up, and we're talking about it, and you know it has no filter. Back in those days, even when we saw news, but it wasn't on social media, they always filter and they always control what was going out there, and they were dictators to what was out in the public. Now you're getting everything. You get truth, you get lies, you get everything in between, you know? So, yeah.
Well, I think we need to, I don't know, I think we need to, no doubt, deal with the emotional state of mind of our men.
Now, how do you do that?
First of all, I think they need their daddies back. I need their dads need to get whole. And I think, you know, shout out to the men of this generation, because I feel like we see it more and more. But I feel like they're broken, clearly. You know, then they're coming up abusing women or whatever. They have some type of issues as well, you know, childhood, I'm sure, what have you, that are now affecting their relationships with women in adulthood. And so, you know, I mean, you see a lot of them they're not raised by men, they're raised by women. You know, and I don't know what the effects of that are, but I'm assuming that, you know, every boy needs their father, right? And so I think it's going to start with that, you know, with the men just being whole and being there for their sons and teaching them, you know, appropriate ways of dealing with women and dealing with emotions. You know, because
they say I seen my daddy whoop my mama ass, so that's what I'm doing too. So what's she talking about? You just said that men, because you don't have a father figure, that's why you put your hands on women. But a lot of times these men will tell you, I have seen my father drag my mama up and down the street, and that's where I get it from. You know who did that? If you seen, because I was watching, what's that lady name? Fix My Life lady. And she had a few people that, you know, spoke that.
Oh, yeah, I know. Well, I mean, there's always going to be men that use that as an excuse too. And I don't know how you correct their behavior.
But is it an excuse if that's their truth? If they're honest with it and they say, this is where I get it from my father. That's what I seen. That's what I thought that it's supposed to be. To me, if you ask my opinion, I feel it has everything to do with feeling like you control somebody, feeling like you're owning somebody. I don't feel like it has anything to do with a goddamn parent or a mom or dad. It's that ownership. You feel like you own somebody. You feel like you want to take somebody's life. You have dominion, control to take people's life out of here. You know, and people do it all the time. You know, thugs do it, gangbangers, they do it. You know, shit, a lot of people do it. People in authority, they do it. Feeling like I'm authority over you. You know your place. If I want you, I'll lay my eyes on your ass. You mine, ho. What you mean you want to leave me? You don't get to leave me. You beneath me, ho. What the hell you talking about? Oh, see, you think you better than me then, huh? You sitting up there with your educated ass, and you think you gonna leave me out here after I waste my time with your ass? See, that's them games you playing. Didn't you say you want a man? Huh? Huh? I'm not man enough for your ass? Is that what you saying? Girl, if you don't sit your ass down, This what you wanted. You said you wanted somebody to come in your household to help you out and shit. Don't I help your ass out? You can't get everything you want. That life don't work like that. You gonna have to learn how to sit down and just shut up and let a man be a man. You ain't leaving me.
Okay.
We in this forever.
Oh, okay.
So what do you do in that situation?
That would be.
Cause you know some girls get turned on by that.
I'm trying to laugh. No, I don't like that shit. I'm laughing because I'm like, it would never get that far because they would never be able to talk.
What'd you say? You gonna say, get your ass out. Get out. You gonna tell. You gonna tell.
It wouldn't even been.
And they say, I'm not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah. Okay.
You gonna have to call the police on me. You gonna call the police on a black man?
I don't.
Huh? You gonna do that on a black man? See, you just like the rest of them bitches. You just like the rest of them bitches. Y'all hate black men. And you wonder why black men go out here and dating white women and shit. We don't gotta put up that shit.
Oh.
You wonder why.
Oh, baby. Well, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry you feel that way. And I don't want to call the police on you. But if you don't leave my house, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Oh, your house.
You got to go.
It's your house. Okay. So last night, you talking about it's my house and it's we house and I'm the king and I run this shit. But now it's your house. See, that's that shit. That's why I didn't want to come up here in the first place. But your ass invited me over here and you told me to come up here. See, that's them damn games. You keep playing with me and I'm going to F you up. You don't play with me.
See, I can't do this.
I don't think who you think you playing with. I'm not the niggas out here in these streets. I'm a real one. You hear me?
Oh my goodness.
You said you wanted this shit.
I so do.
You said you wanted this. Sitting up here playing games on me. I could have had my ass over there with Tanya. You know what I'm saying? With Felicia.
Well, maybe you and Tanya are better suited, or maybe you and Alicia.
Oh, that's how you feeling?
I'm sure she would love to have you.
That's how you feeling. You must be fucking somebody, ho. Yeah, I know what you on. You sitting up, you think you can play me in front of all these people? You trying to embarrass my ass? And then that's when he gonna humiliate you, because he feel offended. Okay, we can stop wrong. I'm sorry.
Girl,
I apologize.
Yeah, that was funny. I don't know. I'm like, ooh, none of this will ever happen. I don't know what this is, but you have to be an actress. You really are you not an actress? Because you be coming up with all of these scenarios. You be getting people. I watch you all the time. I'm like, she's so good at this.
I love it. I do love it. It's one of my passions.
Keep it going.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, keep it going. I like you.
All right, let's go to the next caller. All right, y'all ready? I'm looking in the comments section. Please feel free to call. I see we got one person in the queue. Please call in. We need to have these conversations. The caller having flashbacks. You really should. All right, let's go. Call in 772. You're live on the air.
Hi, Gigi.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I started not to call out. I'm just a listener. I like to listen and learn. But you were saying, y'all was talking about a lot of things that was kind of making me anxious to call in. I had to call.
Go ahead.
Now, you were saying about, and it's a few things that I want to, talk about that you talked about on the show. But one thing you were talking about asking a person, about their identity. And you were saying, like, how do you do that? When, do you ask a person to get their ID?
Okay, vetting a person. You're talking about vetting. When we're vetting a person, seeing who they are, their background history. Yeah, so how do you vet a person?
Right. So now a lot of people, the name that their stage name, I call it, that they use online, a lot of people are getting in relationships, and a lot of people think that that's that person's name. and they never let them know their real name. They continue to live off of that stage name. So when we and that's called rape by deception. So when we're dealing with someone who is raping by deception,
can we say
and
the
we
R
don't know
word?
who they are.
Can we say the R word? But go ahead.
What's the R word?
The R word, R-A, what you just said, you know?
Rape by deception?
Yeah, R. Okay, rate as in R-A-T-E, or you talking about the P?
Yeah, the R word with the P.
Okay, let's just keep it R word, but go ahead.
Okay. So, when you say how do you do that? How do you ask a person like who they are? How do you ask a person like when you dating someone like what disease do you have? Like, are you HIV positive? I mean, wouldn't it be easier to ask a person like who they are, what their real name, or let you see their ID? Wouldn't it be more easier to do that versus asking a person what diseases they have?
Okay, I feel like this going left field. What is going on? Okay, so is this about STD? Because, you know, the conversation were about black men putting pause on and killing women, right? Okay.
Right.
So now you're asking about, it seems like you want to know who got an STD, who got some bumps and shit?
I was saying, wouldn't it be easier to ask a person for their identity, you know, their ID, versus asking a person for, you know, what STDs they got? I think that it would be easier for us.
But
what
does an ID have to do with somebody else, or if they have bumps? How does that correlate?
No, I was saying it should be easier for us to be able to ask a person for their identity. I don't think nobody should have a problem asking a person, you know, let me see your ID.
Well, you do have to be careful because you have scammers.
Right.
So who's just going to give out a damn ID? Your ass could try to scam me and take my information. Who does that?
Right. A lot of people do that. And another thing that you were talking about that I was listening to about the women having guns and, you know, learning how to shoot guns. I live in Florida, and they had on the news, like, I'll say like 2 months ago, this woman, and she was a black woman, and she had her daughter with her, and they was over at the gun range, and she was saying that she was putting the word out that a lot of black women should get guns and teach their daughters how to use the guns, because when she went to the gun range, she didn't see any black women there. It was a lot of white women, a lot of white men, but she did not see any black women there, and she was trying to get the message out for black women to go get guns and teach their daughters how to shoot the guns. Then it was 2 weeks later, I seen on the news where, and I think it was in Orlando, where these two women was fighting, and the lady told her daughter to get the gun and shoot the woman, and she did, and she killed her. And now it's this big thing about this woman having her daughter to kill this lady who I guess was a good lady in the community. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard that story. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you for call. Go ahead. You have a question?
No, I was saying, you know, should would it be making it worse for the world for us to go and for women to get guns and teach their daughters, you know, how to shoot? Would that be making it worse, or I mean, would it be say, you know, as a man, I hear all the women calling in, and you know, you guys are talking and everything, and I get it. But on the other hand, because I think about my uncles teaching their sons how to shoot guns and stuff, and I look at how a lot of men are killing their old ladies and the kids and killing each other and everything. It didn't make it better for the community. But is it making it better for the community to have women to go out and teach their daughters?
Yes,
you know,
it's going to make them better because they need to protect themselves. It would limit the amount of black women leaving this earth if they knew how to pow. Maybe when that man was taken off that TV off that mom's wall. That other girl, if she was trained how to have a pow pow, she would have been ready for his ass. So when he you hear somebody walking to your door, open that door, she could have powed his ass, period. And she would still be here.
Right.
So, yeah, you know, you're taking one situation and trying to blow it up and push an agenda. Well, no, they can't because of this. And that's just not the case, you know. But I appreciate you calling. All right, we're going to let you go. Caller from 619, you're live on the air. 619. 619. All right, we're going to let you go.
Hello.
Oh, shit. 619, you're going to have to call back because I'm sorry. All right, I'm calling from 515. You're live on the air. 515. Hello, 515. All right, we're going to let you go, 515. All right, calling from 917. You're live on the air. 917.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Finding yourself.
Good.
I guess I just wanted to call in because, you know, this story unfortunately is not new, right? We heard it before, and you was bringing up some good points as far as what can a woman do to protect herself and why is the social messaging, maybe you made this point, was to like always kind of protect, or why it's not being talked about as much as we hear other things being talked about. And I just, you know, just have to agree with you. And I think we're a young generation. And since I've been on this earth, to me, I find that it seems like we improve mentally, hopefully, you know, like we gain more wisdom, should I say, as each generation moves on. Like nowadays, what I commend a lot of people talking about is going to counseling. That was something that wasn't a big or like encouraged when I was a lot younger.
Well, hold on. Encourage. It was decourage. It was anti-therapy. So it wasn't like they did not do anything. It was what you better not take your ass over there. You crazy? Crazy people go see the therapist. What your ass doing? We black. We don't do that. Black people don't go see no therapist now. You know, take your ass to church. Pray about it. Call family. You mean you can't tell me? I'm your Auntie Becky. You know you can't call me about shit. Why you need to go there? You know you can talk to me about everything. You know what? That makes me feel some type of way. The fact that you have to talk to a damn stranger, but you can't talk to your family. Are you trying to say something wrong with me or something? I'm offended.
Right. So like we are starting. I ain't gonna say that we got past it because a lot of people still carry those beliefs. But at the same time, we are starting to hear in our community about mental health, going to seek therapy. So, and even with the kids, like, you know, when I was coming up, you couldn't say a lot to your parents. You had to kind of take their mess, you know, or they had, you know. So nowadays, the younger generation are saying, no, this is not right. What you're saying to me is not right, and I don't agree with it, and blah, you know. So that's why I say I like to believe that we're growing with emotional intelligence within the Black community. However, I still do think that the need to protect Black men, and people is not going to like what I have to say. Are they going off in the comment section already?
No, she did not. No, she did not. That's what we're talking about. We up here talking about how these women are getting taken out, and she gonna bring her black ass talking about protecting Black men. How dare her?
Because I mean, call a spade a spade. Like, you know, we have to start talking about how we know the stats when it comes to the when it comes to the LGBT. I'm tired. Sorry. When it comes to that community
LGBTQ, what about them? Because this don't got nothing to do with them.
We know the stats as far as what's going on with the trans people. Like we hear all the time about how wrongfully trans people are being hurt, right? We hear the stats about just other things the mass shootings that's going on in this country. We know the stats for all that stuff, but do we know the stats as far as the violence that happens with Black women in our community and who's the main culprit of hurting us?
Well, who is the main corporate of hurting Black women? Because you just got finished saying you want to cape for Black niggas. So who is it? I'm curious to see who you gonna say.
I didn't like that. I'm saying that the thing that we're always being told to do is protect the Black man, but are they protecting us? That's what I was trying to say.
Well,
so
you already know they're not. If they are taking you out of here, how they protecting you as a collective? They're not. If they was protecting you as a collective, that means when they hear a situation like this, they are up in arms. They are speaking on social media. The entertainers are not having it. They feel some type of way.
So I just think that as women and the guys that, that see it and will speak on it, that we have to get on code. If no one else is doing it for us, we have to get more on code with sticking together and letting a lot of the petty stuff that we sometimes let separate us, let's start letting that stuff go and realize that the messaging when it comes to how America views Black women is they don't matter.
So how are you going to do that? How are you going to get a collective of Black women, which Black women as a whole is very powerful in sales and everything, but would you say they are working together, or do you feel like it's more divided and it's more individual?
I think it's I mean, you have your different segments. It's not monolithic. You have your group of women that are going to be on code with that message as far as they understand that the problems that we have within our community. Then you're going to have your women that no matter what, they're going to sit there and be pick-me for black men. So, and then you have your people who just maybe don't even know what's going on, who don't even know themselves. So it's a lot of different.
How do you get them on code? Because that's you want to get Black women on code. How are you going to do that?
I think it starts. Well, I think a lot of time we get our messaging from social media. So maybe when we have, like, a lot of times, at least I learn a lot from when I see certain comment sections on, social media, and I see a lot of the comments being made. Maybe people, since that's where the conversations are being had, people need to start having those conversations in those particular spaces and educate.
And what does get on code? What does that mean? Define that.
That we have to get on code as far as not covering up and speaking out purposely on the stats that are happening with the violence with Black women. You know what I mean? Like, we have to start speaking.
Okay, I'm about to go into role play. Okay, you ready?
I'll try to keep up with you.
All right. Well, first of all, I really don't know what you're talking about because I got a man. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't feel like it's everybody's issue. Why should I have
do you
to?
Have a daughter?
You say what? Yeah, I have 3 daughters and I have 2 sons. And they'll never be in that situation. They'll never be in that situation, baby. I raise my kids right.
So nobody has been disrespected or
hell yeah, I disrespect my husband all the time. But that's what we do. We are family. We argue, we fight, and we get back together again. It's nothing. We don't blow it up and make it seem like rah, rah, rah. You know what I'm saying? So all that stuff you talking about, you know, I'm not going against my black man, period. Like it felt like you want me to, you know, leave my man. A man is supposed to be a king. You know what I'm saying? What is you saying?
Now, I know, sis, I know you heard of women like this young lady in Texas that got, you know, her daughter, unfortunately, you know, what happened with them. So I know you heard stories like this. Ain't you tired of hearing stories and seeing on news every night women being killed in communities?
Can I tell you something? Can I tell you, this is all an agenda. They are putting these stories out here because they want to break up the black family. I love my husband, and I refuse to allow America to break up my black family. It's not a lot of black families out here, and black women need to stand up and protect their families because they're trying to break us up from our husbands, turn us into lesbians, and I won't have it. I will not have it. I am staying with my husband, and I'm getting my life right, and I'm being a great role model for my kids. I don't care what y'all say. Yeah, you know, me and my husband, we argue. Have he ever hit me before? It probably was a damn mistake, but I forgive him, and we work it together in our privacy. We don't come out here putting our business in public, you know?
Well, perhaps if it's possible, can you take your personal self out of the situation and think about the women that are being killed every day in our community?
Oh my goodness, you don't see these black men getting killed every day? You don't see that?
But yeah, by outside people, that's one issue. But the issue that black women are having is that they are being killed by black men. And we don't want to talk about it.
But like I said, that's the media pushing that out there because they want to divide black men and black women. They don't want us to be family.
Our are going to jail every day for killing women in our community. And we can't keep on ignoring it. Just like we make our voices heard for the black men in our community, we have to start making our voices heard for ourselves. You got a niece, you got cousins and daughter. Do you want them living in a world where they have to walk down the street and possibly get killed because they didn't accept the advances of a stranger that was trying to talk to them?
No, I don't want that. Nobody wants that. But like I said, I've raised good daughters. I've raised good daughters, and that would never happen. That just would never happen to me. We go to church. We are very faithful, honorable to God. We live our life right. We in a nice neighborhood. We don't deal with those type of people, you know? That would never happen.
That's not how that works. I'm glad that you are optimistic, and you do. I agree that you have to pray. You have to put the body of armor on every single day. I do it myself. But at the same time, we know that things are getting a little more crazy out here. And no one is talking about
because the devil is busy. The devil is busy. Yes. And let me tell you something. The devil comes in all shapes and forms.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. But right now, that devil that's killing black women happen to be a black man.
You know what? It's not about you trying to make it about a black man. You got to stop that. We have to come together. It's not about black man. Stop saying that. Because it's
not all black men, but this is how it has to happen. Either we're gonna have to start saying something as women, or we're gonna have to encourage the other black men to call out those black men who commit violence and separate themselves from those type of people. Like, because they're not calling it out either. So somebody got to step up. Something has to change. We can't keep on doing the same thing and expecting different results.
Listen, this is how I feel. All I got is my family. These women out here and these men, they are not my responsibility. I'm not for everybody, because we're not. You know, we live different lifestyles. You know, I have my work with my Christians, and I have my fellowship with my Christians, and we keep a tight niche. But this is the world. This is the worldly people, and they have to make their choices. If they don't give their life over to God and make the changes, I'm not getting to that worldly stuff. And you know,
but doesn't the Bible speak about going out there and ministering to the people as well? Isn't that part of being
but God has to call you to do that. I have to pray about that, and God has to call me to speak to somebody. I can't just go on my own path and do it myself. And with that, you should have a pastor, somebody in leadership that is guiding you. You are a woman. You don't just do stuff on your own.
Unfortunately, the churches ain't doing what they should be doing either.
Now you're being disrespectful. Now, first of all, I'm not going to allow you to disrespect that, okay? I've been being real nice to you. Now, you call and you're talking about how these women out here.
Churches out there. We just going to be role playing. But why we don't have those churches out there with the, marches and the movements that's raising awareness about what's going on in the community?
Because they're praying. Why would a church need to march and do all that?
But we all know that faith with no action is not having no faith.
You don't know what these pastors are doing. I know my pastor, we give to the homeless all the time. We pray. Maybe you should come out one Sunday or even a Friday if you have time, if you're not clubbing, and come and see the work that we do in that house. We have people come down to the altar. Many of people, we are saving souls every single day. People are getting off of drug addictions, even abuse. People are leaving that. Abusive relationships, we are bending that, and they are becoming better, but we're not breaking people apart. We're not for that, So you really need to do some research and actually go to these foundations before you make a judgment like that, because it's very offensive, especially in the time that we're in. It's very offensive. And I like to bring up something else. You talk about, people like Emily, fabulous wife. She doesn't want to leave. So what am I to do? I can't force her to go. I have my own kids that God placed me over their life to help to lead. That's my responsibility. All I can do is pray for Emily and Fabulous, and that's it. You want people to be superheroes, and that's not reality. I have a damn life. I have a marriage. I'm trying to save every single day in this toxic world where all these girls out here want to shake their asses and just be horrible. And then, they get upset when these men treat them a certain type of way. It's like, come on.
We shouldn't be. We blaming women for men assaulting them? Did I hear you right?
You know what? This is what you want to do. You want to change my words around, and I have nothing
60
for you.
seconds.
I pray for you, and I pray for everybody out there. But I will say this: just know, the daughters I'm raising, we're doing the work. We are contributing to the Black community by me raising good daughters. Okay?
And that does mean something.
It means a lot.
It means a lot, and no one will ever take that away from anybody that's doing that. That's not my point. My point is, Black women are out here being killed, being raped.
Yeah,
killed.
Black men are being killed too.
And everybody knows about it, and we have organizations
10
in place
seconds.
to help, activate, protest when those things happen. But who is out here activating the protest for Black women that are being abused and killed? And children. Black children too, in this case. Who's out there advocating for that?
That's sad.
That's all I'm trying.
I
That's
don't
all
know.
I'm trying to say.
I hear you, and
That's
you know, I hear you, and you know, it's a sad situation, but, and I'm going to pray for everybody that's in those situations. But if you're trying to get me to be in your group, to be on some type of code, that's not going to happen. The only code I'm going to be is on the Word of God, okay? If you guys are not on the Word of God code, then I can't be a part of that. And it saddens me that we are at this demonic space where we're seeing all this demonic stuff going on. But you're come on, me be on code? That sounds like you have a certain ritual or something. I don't.
Listen,
if it's not a man that's ahead of it, I'm not being a part of that. I'm not for division.
You asked me earlier, how do we go about, getting the message out? And I guess I don't have all the answers, but I guess however we got the message out about, Black Lives Matter movements, and however we got the message out to go and protest for those things, that same method has to be applied for this situation. So it is possible to get on code, because everybody's on code when those things happen. When we see Black men being hurt, everybody knows to jump in and handle that situation or speak up and raise their voices. But no one, again, is speaking up for the Black woman when things are happening to her.
All right, they did a great job. All right, you guys, we were role playing, How you doing? How you feeling?
There with you.
You said what?
Tried to hang in. I said I tried to hang in there with you.
Yeah, you did great. Her goal was to
dark.
Huh?
It's such a dark, topic. So I know we try to keep things, but if we can, light, but
yeah, it was very dark.
Yeah,
it was very dark. The only reason why I went the church route with you is because you're talking about being on code as a collective, as Black women, right? However, a lot of Black girls are in the church. So how do you persuade those strong mental minds to be on code to fight, for women? Because usually those type of girls are going to say, well, what about Black men? Because a lot of times they are wired to always protect and support Black men. So when you're talking about it's just a girls group, some of it look like it's kind of funny. If it's not a man in leadership, and it seems like you're trying to break up homes, and what's going on here? You're really going to have to break this down.
Yeah. No, I mean, what you're saying is all valid, and it's all true, and it's all real. And that indoctrination that we have as far as protecting, Black guys, because we have sons, so even with that, I'm fitting into that situation. I totally understand, the dilemma that Black men have. I get it. I think two things could be true, but it's also a dilemma that we're having with Black women not being protected. It's also a dilemma that, is happening by the hands of Black men, and nobody's talking about it. So however we figured out to get on code with this, Black Lives Matter situation, I think we have to find a way to get on code when it comes to this the next domestic violence with Black women situation. And people are not going to like it. I mean, the devil doesn't like a woman.
But so you have to remember, too, Black Lives, who was the head token of that? Black Lives Matter.
I always looked at it.
It was a man. It was a man. It was a Black man, George Floyd.
Oh, yeah. That
we came together for a Black man. It wasn't a Black
we
woman.
Always do that. Yeah. It's. I think we just have to be real with ourselves about the biases that we, even as women, carry against other women in our community. It's like,
of course,
it's really deep.
That's how you are groomed. You're groomed to be that way. You're programmed.
Yeah. So it's not no easy answers, but the awareness You know, we have to have more awareness, and we have to be ready to take the criticism that comes from saying, black men, not all, but black men are out here committing, domestic violence against black women. We have to just put it out there and be ready to take the criticism that comes along with just spreading that simple truth. And we shouldn't have to be criticized for telling the truth. But
you're going to get criticized for telling the truth because, some people say, I don't know, how do you think the world view black women? Do you think they view them as strong? Do you think they view them as weak? How do you think they view?
I think the world has been taught to view black women as less than, unfortunately.
So that means that means see you as weak then. If you're less than, you're weak. You don't have privilege like I have privilege.
Yeah.
You don't have power like I have power.
Yeah.
Know your place.
Let me say this.
Know your place.
Yeah. And I honestly, in my heart of hearts, believe that black women are the mothers of the earth. And that's why we have it so hard. The devil, he won't mess with nobody that don't got nothing going on. That's not that where their role is not significant on this earth. And that's why we have it so hard because we are Mother Earth. We are the soul and the salt of this earth. So we have it the hardest. We're always being discredited in some way. So
yeah, but do black women know that as a collective? Do black women believe that as a collective?
I don't think that they fundamentally believe that. They might put diva, boss bitch, and all that stuff on their license plates and all that stuff, but I don't think that they fundamentally understand that they are Mother Earth, that they are the chosen ones. I don't think that they do, because if they do, they would not. It's just certain things I see that would not be happening. If a lot more women understood that they are that girl, All right.
Well, I enjoyed you, and I think, hey, if everybody doing program and agenda, you're gonna have your agenda, and your agenda is to have to let these black women know you are Mother Earth, and don't you let nobody tell you otherwise, and explain to them the history and why it's important for them to stand up and know who they are, know where they come from. And the world will always try to tell you different. Even your own, your brother, your counterpart will try to bash you and say, oh, I don't want to hear that shit. That's some bullshit. Well, if you that, then why you the lowest right now? Why you the most undesirable women in the world? Then why are you this and why are you that?
And why? It's a lot of factors. It's white supremacy, but a lot of black men can help contribute to that.
Oh, of course. Come on now. We know. Well, this is what I see right now. I see, certain, I guess the white man or whatever you want to say, the Caucasian man, he knows that a lot of black men are willing to play. They're willing to submit, and they're willing to play, and they're willing to take the slice and dice and slice their own black women. And if you look, history repeats itself when we go to the Moors and different that. They have always betrayed black women.
Always.
So history repeats itself.
It goes back to slavery. Yeah. So it's indoctrinated in them to also turn their backs on black women as well. But nobody wants to talk. This is deep stuff. We on here talking, but it's verifiable facts, and the history is there. And it's, and I always like to try to preference all, because I know there's some brothers out there that know this as well, and they, hopefully, stand with it with sisters, but
they're not going to do that, because the thing about it is, if black men stand with women, the other men is going to call them out. They do a really good job with making I would say black men stay more on code than black women stay on code with each other. You know, so
All
if
day.
if a black
All
man, you see how they treat Russell ass, they call him a simp, they dog his ass
Right.
any chance they get,
Right.
because he treats a
Right.
black woman like a queen.
Well,
So
right.
they all
Right.
gonna come together
So-
and they're gonna dog him out, and that's why so many they gonna have to be in submission to the rude ones in the group, because they're gonna start barking at their ass to get up in line. And if you're not in line, then you must be gay, or you must something off with your ass or something. You know?
But you're right about that. Black men, they do stay on code. They don't speak out about other, men and everything. So women, we got to work on that. We do. We got to work on that. How?
But do they
I'm
want
not
to
sure.
work on that? You're saying they should.
Right.
But do they want? What do they want? What are their intentions? If they're already brainwashed and they feel like, hey, my whole pride and joy of life is making a man happy. I love to submit to my husband. That's what I feel my purpose is. That's what I've been told since I was a little girl. My job is to
Right.
support, and my purpose is to be there for a man. I don't know what you girls are doing. I'm not into that. Are you trying to turn me to gay? That just sounds.
Well, if we
come on now.
If that with that type of mindset, it's gonna be tough out here for black women. It is. It's gonna get worse. And thinking, and not to get political, but think if we get another person that is divisive, who's gonna be the first one that they throw under?
Black
so
women.
Exactly. So it's just like
because it's an easy target, and it can use to be an example. And we already know your black men ain't gonna speak up for your ass.
So lame. They ain't gonna make the game plan. We got to figure it all. So it's just like we
already know. I can buy your black man. I can give him a couple of million, or I can tell him I'm gonna put you up here, and he gonna turn your ass in a heartbeat. We already know that. We know y'all divided like a shit. Y'all divided. Y'all so damn divided. That's why people like Umar. We not even threatening about his ass. That shit not gonna go nowhere. He been talking all that shit ain't did goddamn thing. Let him talk. Let him stay on YouTube. Yeah, let him stay. They not threatening about him, because let me tell you, if he had power, they would shut that ass up. Okay? They would do something.
Yeah, they would. So it's just, I don't know. It's just,
if you have
like
power, they're gonna mess with you. They're gonna do whatever they can to shut you up. But if they don't mess with you, you're not a threat. You have no power, period. Or unless they're going to allow you to do it because they're setting up a trap for your ass.
Yeah. I mean, it's true. It's like I want to be, optimistic. I want to,
But you got to be realistic.
But you got, right. And
don't set yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
You sounded like those women in those abusive relationships. I want to be optimistic that he'll change. He said he changed. He have so much hope. Only if he stay off the drinking. Only if he won't go upside my head. Only if, child.
We just got to change. What's the definition of insanity is to keep on doing the same thing, expecting a different change. Like, I don't know. It's just getting very real out here. And I don't know what point is it going to have to get to for people to really wake up, And
do they ever going to wake up? Why do they have to wake up?
Like I said, the reason why I do have hope is because I do see on some level of emotional intelligence increasing.
Of course.
Like,
I think it's great to have hope. You got to. Hope changes everything.
It's always a good time with you.
Oh, you trying to let my ass go? I get you. Okay.
Oh no, I you took you yarned.
Oh no, shit! I'm always doing that. I'm hungry. Okay, to be honest with you, I'm hungry as hell. But I think, listen, you have to have hope. Hope changes everything. You gotta have hope, even if it looks horrible. It looks like a disaster. Hope will change the world. You gotta have hope.
Amen. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. And I guess we just, or I say we, but what you were saying, and I agree with you, it's very, very valid as far as there's women who are going to stick with that old patriotic type of thinking. But I also believe that there's women who think like, me and
they do.
Others
and it's more of
right.
them in the younger bracket. You have to go into the young girls. So talk to the young girls, because they will be your future and they will be your change. And I feel like young people, they have more, I don't want to say more intelligent, but they have more DNA than a person older. You know what I'm saying? All that DNA, even if you don't teach, they still have so much DNA and so much stuff encoded in them. They are a newer model. You know what I'm saying?
The younger people, like the Gen Z, they're fearless.
I love them.
I love them. Yeah, like they are very removed from a lot of things that I grew up with, and they're like, no, I don't like it. You gonna respect me, and that's the type of mentality.
I love them. I love them.
Yeah, yeah. So if they just keep it up, because they was very big with the protests and stuff with George Floyd as well. So if they just keep that same fight up, then things can change. I do want to see more of the guys from Gen Z speaking up for your black sisters, for your black women in the community. Like if you know that it's not right to be treated, I'm talking to whoever's listening. If y'all know that it's that what's happening with the violence when it comes to you guys being targeted by the police. If you know that, your friend or someone in your family is, being abusive to women, I don't know, like we have to start speaking up. Like the men need to start coming together and protecting the black women. And I think it's the best way for that to start would be in your neighborhood, would be when you see. So it's like, because you're going to, be held accountable for that too. If you see stuff and you don't, do things about it whenever. I guess because certain things happened to me growing up where I wasn't protected, that I'm the type of person, if I see something, I'm saying something. I'm intervening. And
that's good. That's brave. Yeah,
because I know how it feels. I didn't get assaulted by the police, and black men stood by and watched that stuff. So if you see something going on, protect your black woman. Protect your, the black women in the community.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you, and hopefully they listen to you and they hear you, because people been talking about that stuff, but ain't shit changed. They don't love other black people. They don't care about other black people. They'll watch somebody get jumped, and they say they don't got nothing to do with me. I'm minding my business. It's more individual.
Okay.
Remember that church lady I was playing? Her mindset was, that have nothing to do with me. If they're not a Christian, if they're not in my prime circle, I have nothing to do with that. And don't you put that on me.
And there's a lot of people, and that was an accurate role. I know people like that. So I totally understood where you were coming from, because that's how a lot of people, that's their mindset. And that's exactly why we are where we at today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we got deep on here, girl. I'm going to let you go. I love you.
All right.
All right. Let's go. Call us 757. You're live on the air.
Hello, how you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I am doing well. I was, what was your question, first of all, because I want to stay on topic.
Okay, the question was, what were your thoughts about this 22-year-old, that man that piled the daughter, took the daughter out, and was trying to take the mom out, but only hit her once, and he thought he would take her out, but she ended up living. But his intentions were to take both out.
Okay, he was trying to K them, right?
Right. Well, he did K the daughter.
Oh, he did do you talking about that 9-year-old?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay, I did get a whiff of that. Okay, well, my take on that, I can't say, a lot of times we'll say, well, how long she's been knowing them and, this and that or whatever. It doesn't matter how long you've been knowing a person is who they are. Whether you've known them, a week, a year, 2 years, whatever. They are who they are, and as far as, the man taking it out on the child I think that's what they were saying, right? That he was taking it out on he was trying to get at her, but he took it out, I guess, to hurt the mom. So he did that to,
yeah,
or was the child in the way?
No. Okay, so he went into the mom and the boy, the man, was arguing in a mom room. He snatched the TV off the wall because he accused her. That's my TV. He didn't buy that TV. And then after he slashed a thing, out the wall, the TV. Mind you, the girl, she was in her room, okay, while this was taking place. And then he took her phone and going through it and was accusing her of cheating on, messing with other men. And then after that, he walks into the daughter's room, and that's when she said she heard 2 pops, pow, pow. Okay, she gone. Then he walks back in, and he hits her. He's thinking that he took her out with 1 pop, but she ended up surviving.
Right. Wow. Okay. Now, for something like that, they always say what they are accusing us of, they are automatically doing, for one. And you can tell, I think he was 22 years old or something.
Right.
Yeah, really young, you know what I'm saying? So, a lot of times, that little boy, needs to be, I want to say that man as a little boy is something, possibly happened in his young boy, in his little life, you know what I'm saying? In the little boy's life, as he was a little boy. And, it could have been, his mom wasn't there, his dad wasn't there, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times they inflict trauma on others.
Hold on. Wait. So your mom was not around to raise you, so that makes you a killer?
No. I say a lot of times, like that little boy, as a little boy, he could have possibly, sometimes, it's kind of like, as a young boy or whatever, you go through things or whatever when your parents are not there. And so a lot of times you bring a lot of that trauma into your adult life, and not to say his mom or dad don't have anything to do with it, but I'm just saying a lot of times that happens or whatever, and being that he possibly wasn't raised well, possibly in the streets, you just never know.
Did Fabulous, didn't he have a father? Do Fabulous know his dad?
I think so. You love Fabulous, Gigi.
Well, I'm just saying that I know men that got raised by their fathers and their parents, and they still are killers. I mean, having parents or not having parents does not dictate if a person is going to be a K or not.
Right. That's why I said possibly. You know what I'm saying? Possibly, a lot of times or whatever, trauma has been inflicted in their, in his young life or whatever, you know what I'm saying, for some odd reason or whatever. And a lot of times
but that's
it
not
seeps
no
over
excuse.
into their adult life.
A lot of us all have trauma coming up from childhood, but that's no excuse to be a K. Something really off with you.
That's why. Yeah, that's why I said possibly. The reason why I say that is because I have seen this has happened before. I have seen this happen to a family. That's only why I was saying that. So it's for real. It's no excuse to why he did what he did. He was a jealous man. And he couldn't handle it. He couldn't handle, whether the woman was cheating on him or not, or she wanted to leave him. He didn't want her to leave, so it can be all sorts of things.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Right?
Well, I don't know. I can't dictate and say yes or no. I don't feel that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's based on individual. I see bossy, and she feels that, I don't know what she feels. She says some shit. What the fuck she say? In some cases it is. I don't know what some cases it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the studies. I don't know. I don't know.
Right, yeah. It could be all
somebody
kinds of
that
reasons,
determined a K,
Right.
I've never, have you thought about taking somebody out of here?
Oh, no, ma'am. Look, I'm with the Lord. Listen, I need all my blessings, Miss Gigi. I want to go to heaven, honey. Do you hear me?
Okay.
I need that
Well,
so
let's talk
bad.
about that. Because you have a lot of Christians that have taken people out of here. What about the KK?
Exactly.
You know what? They were Christian, and they took a whole bunch of people out of here.
Right, yeah. And that's, you know what? Because, me and a couple of people, we were talking about that, just because you are Christian, you probably was brought up in a home. I'm talking about your parents, was both parents in the home, and, you got treated well, you know what I'm saying? But when you get older, whatever, you become the K word or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it don't matter what life you come from, I feel like. That's why I was just saying possible things that could have, inflicted in his young child's life. You know what I'm saying? Because I was brought up in church or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And, if I'm in a relationship and a man do something or whatever and I K him or whatever, everybody be like, ooh, I didn't know she would have did that. Wow, she did that? I didn't know she was like that. No, but things happen. Things happen all the time. So, we're not who we become or who we have to end up being. We're not that person until something happens, and we have to be that person.
Well, maybe I think somebody have different rage. Like different people have different rage. Like some people are hotheads.
Right.
Some people,
true.
they move so fast and they make aggressive actions without thinking things through. Or some people are so obsessive with people, being obsessive with people, having an obsessive personality. Because it seemed like for him, he had an obsessive personality. He had a very horrible anger problem. But these things have nothing to do with having parents and not having parents, or being a Christian and not being a Christian, or whatever. It's just really the makeup of a person's character.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. And like I say, we don't just wake up and say, oh, I want to, unless you're a psychopath, something like that, you got some demonic ways that, that needs to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? So,
Let me ask you something. Why do you think people enjoy watching horror movies, watching somebody, kill people, run around killing people, and you listen to them screaming and you think that's fun?
Yeah, me personally, I don't even like scary movies, but a lot of people.
Why do men like it? Why do men like it?
Why do men like it? Because some of them they want to inflict pain on people. That they get a kick out of that. They want to inflict that on people. You have some that they like it. They like to see, especially women, they like it, and or men. They like to see them begging for their lives, and you know what I'm saying, and that makes
It make them
sometimes that
feel
makes
like
them
they're
feel like they're
power.
in control.
They make them feel a
Yeah,
powerful, right?
Yep, that's what I
So
yep,
it's a, okay.
exactly,
So now
exactly.
we're getting some. It's a power drive, a power trip, and I believe with him, it's a
Okay.
power thing. You leaving me, he feels less powerful if she left him. So he
Right.
had to control the situation, and that's what they said. The R
Right.
word. The R word is about somebody's having power. It's not about, freaky or sexual. It's about power,
With power. That's right. Yep. Yep.
And I guess
Yep.
that's the
That's
same
exactly what it
thing
is.
where, some of them white men, they love for, to hunt black people, like
Uh-huh.
how they
Yep.
hunt these
Yep.
animals now, and because they can't hunt black
Exactly.
people,
Because
now they hunt animals because they like to take the life out of stuff.
right. And they
And then
and
they take the head and they place it up on a wall.
as a trophy.
Right.
As a trophy.
Ain't that some
Oh,
power
yeah.
trip stuff?
Yeah, yep. And that's their power. That's their only means or ways of getting you know what I'm saying, of them, of power, like you say, you know what I'm saying, and or congratulating themselves, and conquering something,
I don't understand
And,
that. I wouldn't want to see a
unfortunately,
real dead moose can you imagine seeing a real dead head on the wall?
I can't. No, man. No.
Now the same people, they don't mind.
Creepy.
They probably don't mind putting a real face up there too. But back in the day,
yeah.
that's what
If
they
they can
did.
get away with it.
But back in
Right.
the day, their ancestors, they did. They call it behead. They'll put a person's head on a stick and they'll
Head
keep it out for
on a
everybody to
stick,
see.
right.
Just
Right,
like how they
yep,
did
yep.
black
I've
people.
seen movies like that.
Now you know how they did black people back in the day too. They used to hang them up on a
Right.
tree and
Hung
they
'em,
keep them
hang 'em,
out
hung
so
'em, yep.
people can see.
Yep. So people can see them. Yeah, burnt up and all that.
On a cross. You remember
Yep.
how they do them on a cross? Ain't that something?
Yes, ma'am.
They said they gonna do your ass
yes.
like Jesus.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Ain't it something? But it's all, I don't know. I feel like it's all goes into the same character of having power, control, want to take people's life out. I can't imagine you want, I've never fathomed wanting or being able to take somebody's life from them.
Right. Yeah,
Shit,
me neither. And as much as people has crossed me, and I never just thought about just I just want to just that never
Right,
just
I want to end your ass.
You're right.
I mean, come on. Life, we don't get a chance to do this life again. Life is precious. Life is valuable. Once it's over, it's done. Come on.
Right. Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
You're right.
Taking people life. That's why I understand how these people go to wars for ego drive. And you're willing to just allow everybody to throw their life out. And you have people out here that follows it. Well, some people are forced to follow, so. Another form of slavery, just not being called slave, but another form that make your ass think like you're free, but you're really not. But,
right. Wow.
I appreciate you, boo. We're going to let you go.
Thank you so
right.
much.
I thank you, too. Calling from 615. You're live on the air.
Hey, Gigi. What's happening, girl?
Hey, talk to me.
Let's role play. You want to be the mammy or the whore? Or you want to be the counselor? I'm ready for it. You be the counselor because you're always doing the whore role. You be my counselor?
Not I'm always doing a whore role. Oh my goodness, the whore.
That's right. I'll be the mammy.
Okay, so what are your intentions? Okay. What do you want from this?
So I'm trying to understand
No.
why
We
people
hold
keep
on.
telling me.
Before we do the role play, you have to have intention.
Oh, okay.
What are your intentions with this
Okay, so
role play?
my intentions are that
What do you want?
okay, you're my counselor. You have to tell me why I need to let this man go. All my friends are saying I need to let my man go, and you need to tell me what I need to do because I don't want to
Okay,
let him
so
go.
you're telling me what I want. What I want in this role play is to you to realize that this man is not good for you. That's my job. Now, what is your job? What do you want?
I want to keep my man.
Okay, so you want to
my friends are
convince
telling me I
me,
need help.
you want to convince me that this man is good for you.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just like in life, every relationship, usually we want something from each other. You know, either love, conversation. And how do we get that from each other? You know what I'm saying? You know, so, okay,
Are
you
you
ready?
my counselor now? Tell me.
Okay,
Yeah.
we can start.
Okay. I mean, were you
How
ready?
you
I didn't know
doing?
you were ready. Hey, I'm good. I need to talk to you.
What's going on, boo?
My hater friend said I should come and talk to you because you are like was a really good counselor, whatever. But I love my man, and they are telling me to get rid of my man, and he is good to me. And
why would they tell you that?
Just because.
Does he make you happy?
He makes me so happy. He completes me.
Well, you can't listen to your haters. You know, the people going to hate. But as long as you know that this works for you and it makes you happy, then what's the problem?
Well, he's not working right now, and I had to borrow
How
some
does
money
that
from my
make you feel?
girlfriend, and she's going. But I got his back. You know, he's my boo. I got his back, so I'm going to always have his back because he had my back. So just because he's down right now doesn't mean that I need to let him down, right?
If that's the role
What's
you
wrong
want to
with that?
play, if this is what you want.
That's what I said. That's what I told them. Because I was like, my man, he makes me feel good every night, okay? They're just jealous. They probably want him, all right? So don't tell me what I need to do with my man. You know what I mean? Do you have a man? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I'm single. I'm single, and I'm just, focusing on self. But, what did you come here for? Because you seem like you have everything figured out. So what do you need me for?
Well, my friend sent me to you because they said I was crazy.
Okay, your friends sent you to me, which your friends are haters. So why are you listening to your friends? If they're haters.
He put me in the hospital last week. He put me in the hospital, and they just, they're like hating, and they had to come pick me up because, he popped me upside my head, but it was because he loved me. That's why he did that. And so they say because he popped me in the head, he's not working, he took my car, he did steal some money, that I should turn my back on him just because he's down right now, and, he just got out of jail. So I can't, what am I going to do? He has to stay in my place. I already told them if I let him down now, he's going to end up going back to jail because I'm the one that signed for him. You know what I mean?
So why are you here? Because you sound like you have everything figured out. So even though this is the man that you love, even though he does stuff to you and you're fine with that, but you still allow your friends to bad talk him, and you still come here when you feel like it's against your better judgment because they're not your friends, but you still listen to people that you refer to them as not being your friends, that are haters. Why would you listen to a hater? So why are you here?
Look.
Do you feel like they're doing something honest? Why are you here?
Because they said the only way they would give me some more money is if I come talk to somebody. So that's why I'm talking to you. So you can tell me that I'm okay. It sounds like you're saying I'm okay. So now I'll just go back and tell my friends, you said I was cool. It's okay if I got my man and me and my man got our thing, you know, and we take it to the street every now and then. But he's a good man for me, so that means you're thinking he's good for me too, right?
I didn't say that. If anybody coming and putting paws on you and disrespecting you, that's not a healthy relationship. But let me tell you, I work with clients that want help. You know, if you're not going to come here, you're not willing to do the work. If you don't see a problem, who am I to tell you what to do? You know, people that I see I talk to, they want help. They want to do the work. You don't want to. You have everything figured out. And that's why I'm not understanding why you're here. Something caused you to be here. And you're saying because your friends paying you to come here, which I think is a lie. I think it's a lie.
What? Well, are you calling me a liar?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Are you disrespecting me too?
I'm calling your ass a liar.
Something's wrong. Do you know my man?
I don't want to know your man.
Oh, okay. You better not know my man. You better not let me find out you know my man. Anyway, okay, so I do have an issue. You know, like I'm locked out my house. So maybe if you could sign something off so I can take it to the police station so I can get back in my house?
No. Are you okay mentally? Do you do sugar boogers?
No, I do no sugar booger. I have a cocktail every now and then.
Okay.
But what?
Are you? But you're happy. You're fine.
I am, and my back does hurt. Can you give me something for that?
No, I cannot. Why are your back hurting? Do you talk to your doctor?
I'm talking to you. Are you a doctor?
I'm a therapist. I'm not a doctor.
Oh, okay. I can tell. All right. Well, listen, I feel like I'm wasting your time and you wasting mine, and so I'm just going to,
the only
find
reason why
somebody
you
who can...
come here is to get paid from your friends. You're wasting my time because I take on serious clients. And everything is fine.
What?
You and your boyfriend, y'all have a perfect relationship. Everything is pink and roses, right?
Well, not quite everything is. I mean, nobody's relationship is perfect. We could use some, maybe romance, instead
Why
of,
do you don't
fighting all
deserve
the
that?
time.
You don't deserve it. Didn't you say he go upside your head?
Just because he loved me, though.
Yeah, because you're a stupid hoe. That's what people do to stupid hoes.
Okay. I'm not a stupid hoe. What you talking about?
But you allow a man to treat you like a stupid hoe.
You don't know me.
I don't need to know you to know you a stupid hoe if you allowing this man to put paws on you and break your damn back.
It's only because he loves me, okay? You don't know him. Just forget it. Are you going to give me something, like a note or some pills
no,
or
I'm
something?
not giving you nothing.
All right.
Go ask your man for it.
You're awful. You're like the worst ever, okay? I will tell my friends what you said, and I will tell the other doctors.
You know what? Put your cell phone now. Record this shit. Come on now.
I got you on recording, baby. I'm recording, okay?
I know.
I'm going to come after you, and I'm going to come get your man, all right? You don't know who you
Hold on. You're going to get my man, but I thought you was happily married with yours. I thought you was good with yours.
I never said I was married, and you said you were single. So I caught you, bitch. I got you now, okay?
I am single. You the one that talking about you going to have my man. I'm saying this. If you're so happy with yours, then why would you even have the idea to cheat on your man with a random? Just to get back at me? Just to be spiteful? That shows a lot about your character.
Right.
That shows a lot about your character.
That's right. You want to hit me now too, don't you? That's
No.
okay. I know. I get it. All right, it's all good.
No, I think you have major issues, and you really need to come back and talk to me seriously, because I feel like you like to, you. I don't know.
I can tell you don't know. You don't know what it's like to have a real man and a real relationship. How can you help somebody with their relationship and you don't even have anybody? Okay. Thank you, but I'm good.
The
All
same
right?
reason
I'm
why your
keeping my
ass is
man.
here asking me about your relationship.
The same what?
You
Okay.
brung your raggedy
I told
ass
you
over here and asked me about your man.
Oh, I'm raggedy now? I think you some kind of mammy. How about that?
That's fine. You can think whatever you want to. At least my nigga ain't whooping my ass.
What kind of counselor are you that's going to turn that around on me like that? He's not whooping my ass. He just stomped me on the head a couple of times.
Yeah,
That's
because
all.
you said you deserve it. You's a stupid hoe.
Oh, okay. You call me a stupid hoe?
Hey, you allow him to whoop your ass and you fine with it. You said that's because he whoop your ass because he love you. So I guess if I love you, I whoop your ass too then. We'll all take turns whooping that ass. Show you how much we love you. Huh?
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to get you and him. Okay?
What you going to do to him? You love him. Why would you touch him?
I don't love him. I'm, we just cool. That's all.
Hold on. I thought he was your love of your life. Why don't you love him? That's all. That's the only man you can really get.
You said that.
Ain't no other man gonna want your ass.
A lot of men want me. I'm bad. You just don't know.
If they wanted
You don't know.
then why would you settle with a man that whoops your ass? That don't make sense.
He shows me he loves you the most. The more they hit you, the more it means that they love you. Don't you know that? Maybe you haven't had anybody that loved you that much.
That don't make sense. Why would I have to hurt you to show you I love you? That's control. He doesn't love you. He wants to control you. He sees you as a piece of property.
If a man would hit you, that means he would risk his life in prison, to go to prison for you. Is
that how you feel about slaves? Don't you know when a white man will whip that black person behind with the whip? Is it because they love the black slaves so much?
Well, when you put it that way, I hadn't thought about it like that.
The more that white man whooped that ass, the more he shows his black, slave, he loves them and he never want to let them go. And he pay good money for their ass too. And he feed them. He give them shelter.
Okay.
And he whipped that ass a lot. So that's a real love, ain't it?
Nobody want to be whipped like a slave.
Well, your man whoop your ass like a slave and you love it. And your daughters and your daughters gonna get with a man just like him.
No, I'm not gonna let that happen.
You can't help it because you already showing her the way to go. You are the role model. And that man you put before her is the role model for a man that one day she will find fascinating and become. We see this type of stuff happen all the time. And hey, you set that up. This is what you wanted. And your daughter gonna come to you and say, the more he whoop on my ass, the more he love me, mama. Just like how your boyfriend did you.
I don't want my children to feel like I feel right now.
Are you sure about that? I don't think you care about your kids. You more care about this nigga. You care about him. You care about
Don't say that.
his love
That's
and
not
his
true.
and you getting his validation more than you care about your damn kids. You don't care about your kids.
not
Stop
true.
faking a funk.
I love my children. I won't let anything happen to them. But you have a point.
They
You're right.
already,
You're
it's
right.
already something happening to them. You don't think they hear your ass getting whooped? You don't think that's
I
traumatizing
hear
them?
you. I hear you, okay?
You don't care about your kids. You care about yourself. You
do. I love
selfish.
my kids.
You get off being humiliated because something happened to you in your childhood. Something wrong with you.
Okay.
You allowing this
Okay,
man to do
okay.
this shit to you? You can walk away.
They haven't seen him hit me.
I'm sure they heard.
Okay.
Their kids are not stupid. They hear it. They sense it.
Ma'am, I agree. You're right. I'm all messed up.
So what are we going to do to fix
All
it?
right. Maybe I should come see you a couple times a week, or maybe we should just call, maybe can I call you in a couple of days when I get
You
some
can
things
call
figured
me
out?
anytime, but what do you want from this situation? Are you really happy? Do you want to leave? Do you want a better situation for your kids? Do you stay with him or does he stay with you? What is the situation? Is he a dangerous man? Do you fear for your life? Have he told you he would take you out of here? This is real life. This is not nothing to be cute about.
I know. I just wanted to just tell you that Ro gave you a $50 super chat.
Okay,
Thank
look, you want to
Ro.
break it
You're
up.
amazing.
Okay, let's give a big thank you. Okay, we stopping role playing now. Let's give a big old thank you to Ro. Donated $50. Thank you, Ro. So, you okay? How
Ro
was it?
said, love you.
How was it?
Oh, that was great. Ro said she loved you. This A-Lady girl, I just had to call in. 'cause
Oh,
when you
look,
do
hey,
that role
lady,
play,
I
you
didn't
get me
even
going.
listen. I didn't catch you, lady. I didn't catch you.
Listen,
Hold on. I was
listen,
talking to you to all this time, and I didn't even catch this A-Lady. Do y'all know she got a purple mattress? Okay.
You're crazy. Listen, I had to break it up because the chat was like, who is this lady? Hang up on her. Doesn't she know children are listening and they might try to think it's okay to have somebody beat up on you? No, we were just role playing, y'all. That's all. We were just trying to show how people out here, just taking abuse and it's wrong and you really can't justify it. Huh? I'm sorry. What was you saying?
Oh no, I said I wasn't. I was not looking at the the comments. I was really looking at this mic, right? And I was acting like you was the mic, and I was just talking to you like a mic. That's what I was doing.
What were you thinking? What were you thinking, Gigi?
I was thinking, and the same thing was, okay, she comes up in here. She knows it all. She does not need my help, And the only way I can get you to realize it is to agree with you and tell you that you deserve it and try to do a reverse psychology on your ass and to see if that can crack you. Because me coming forward and telling you, no, it's wrong, you already heard that, and it's not going to get through to you. So I need to use a different method that would try to, get you to think in a different way. So with everybody, you can't do the same way because everybody's different. Everybody's going to get it differently.
You shocked me with that Slade thing because I hadn't thought about that, but that is a good angle. Shit.
Yeah, but they're all relationships, and they're all relationships built on ownership and dictatorship.
Now, I wanted to ask you about these pictures, and then I'm going to let you go. So, this girl, the one with the dancing dolls, did you tell that story already today?
Yeah, what happened?
Somebody got her?
Outside of Krogers in Atlanta.
Oh, my gosh. When was this?
It was black men. It was recent, I believe, 2 days ago. 2 days ago. It was real recent.
No.
Uh-huh.
See?
And they said
See?
another dancing doll got taken out of here by another man. They say he was playing with the gun, and he didn't mean to do it, though. And they took him out. So people were talking about some dancing dolls. Do they got some evil stuff going on?
It was an accident.
That's what the
Was it
first
an
man
accident,
said.
or do they think he did it on purpose? Huh?
We don't know. That's what he said. But the last girl, the recent girl, it was people arguing over in Krogers, and they was shooting, and it hit her.
That is a mess. Now this little girl in the middle with what looks like light eyes, that looks like she has on contacts, and I'm getting a bad vibe, like why he might. I'm getting a vibe like he might have been messing with her, so he had to take her out. That's what I'm thinking that might have been. And she looks like she's kind of smart, and she probably went to her mother and said, "Let me get some contacts or something." And I don't know. She might have been a little bit. You know how we as young ladies, we are very articulate, and we can put our words together really well, and I can see her getting on his nerves. I can see her saying, like, "What is he doing here, Mom?" and things like that. And she might have been the apple of her mother's eye, and that's why he did that. Because why, with those other two children in the house, why would he just target her?
She was
And she's
probably
the
the
oldest, I think
mom's
she's like
favorite.
12.
And the mom probably had
Probably.
so
He was
much,
probably jealous
and the
of
reason
her.
why she left him was probably, I have to look out for my daughter. I have to be a better role model for my daughter. And maybe he felt like the daughter was getting in the way, and if it wasn't for her, then maybe I could still be with her, And if you love her ass so much, let me take her out. Just like the color purple, the color girls. Remember how that man was taking the kids out because the mom loved them so much? And he was jealous of the mother's love for the kids.
That's it. Jealous of a child. And when a man, okay, but let's go back to, you were talking earlier about vetting. All right. No, you can't vet men. You can't vet women. You just can't. When somebody's going to snap, they're going to snap. This dude came with a record, though. This dude was in and out of jail like his whole adult life. And I think he was really young. So he was on parole. But this young lady was dealing with him for over 6 months, they said. And I think she was pregnant too. I'm not sure about that part. So she didn't check him out well enough to know that he had no business around her children. You've got children. A man should never be in your house if you don't know him well enough to know if he's got a record or not. I'm not trying to judge.
Well, tell them to push that
agenda.
agenda.
We don't know.
Have them. I bet you them rappers not gonna talk about that. Ladies, if a man got a record, don't have him around your kids. Don't date him if he got kids. I bet you these talk shows and these dating, they give these people so much dating advice, right? But they don't talk about these niggas with these records.
They don't, and they don't talk about the dudes with records in church either. They don't, because you know why? Half the preachers have records. But this is what I don't understand. Why do we have more churches than any other? Well, I know at one point we did. Any other, group as being, black. Yet our community is the worst. It seems. I know they put a lot of stuff on TV, and there's other communities that have horrible things going on too. But we know it's difficult to find, an acceptable mate. It's not like it's hard to find, and there's a reason for that. You know what I mean? But we have all these churches in our community and we have millionaire pastors, yet our people are in such disarray. It makes no sense. So that's all. I don't mean to preach tonight, but girl, I know you're a church girl, so nothing personal.
You're right. No, I agree with you. It's more church than it's ever been in the world, and the world is more toxic and evil. with it being more churches that it's ever been in the world. And when you look in history, it's never been as many churches as it is to date. You know?
Mm. Yeah, a lot of people are taking advantage of the tax benefit of being a pastor.
And it's a business. They're making money.
Totally a business. If you're a crook, you might as well be a pastor. You know what I mean? Why
And you
not?
get privilege when you're a pastor. You have a lot of privilege.
That's right. You have
People
to
look
watch
at you
these
in a
people.
higher
This
way.
is-
People favor you. They look
if
at
I-
you
right.
If you say you're a pastor, automatically you're a good person.
Well, I don't think that way, but a lot of people do. And I don't think that way because I know of too many scamming pastors. So that's, but yes, people do expect more of you if you have a job with a suit, basically. If you're a cop, they used to expect more of you. If you're a teacher, you know, they expect you to be somebody and trust it. But we know we can't trust anybody with our kids. Nobody. Not the teachers, not the cops, not the, who else we were talking about? Nobody.
Not the stepdaddies,
So anyway,
not the boyfriends.
Who can you trust your kids with? Maybe mama. Maybe.
All right.
Okay, Gigi, you
I
sound
appreciate
sleepy, girl.
you.
I
Know
love
I
you.
am.
Keep on doing
I'm
what you're
hungry
doing.
and sleepy. All right, love you.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Love
Bye.
you. Bye.
All right. Let me see if it let me do it. All right, it is swirling. All right, I see we have one more caller. 111, you're on the air. I think the thing is broke though, so I'm sorry. All right, you guys, I enjoyed you guys. Please like this video. Please share this video. I'm begging. And I will see y'all on another video. All right, I'm out. Have a nice night.